Hello. Jeepers. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. How you doing, Wolfcat? Hey, Denella, thank you for the lurk. Hey, Dragon. How you doing? Glad you're liking that book. Makes me happy. It's always nice to find a good book, you know what I mean? It's just something that kind of hits you right where you're at. I'm reading one right now by George MacDonald, and I'm loving it. Love it. It's called Lilith. Really, really good. Really, really good stuff. DragonDaddyBear, always nice to see you. Shenanigans, why am I asking difficult questions right off the bat? Because difficult questions in life that cause the most, I guess, positive effectiveness. You gotta ask the hard one. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Bisley. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Alex. Good to see you. How you doing? Glad you're here. We're gonna be talking about self-reflection today. That's the plan. Self-reflection, which I think it's actually interesting that this kind of came up, because it came up for two ways. One, I want to know what I was going to talk about with Taco, as in like what creator thing am I going to bring up? And the other side of it was that it, kind of my assumption that self-reflection is such a positive thing all the time. Then I found an article that said it wasn't, and I totally agree with the article. So we're going to read that together, kind of go through it at once. But before we do that, how's your Monday? Did you enjoy Monday? Was it good? Was it hard? How's your Tuesday? You looking forward to the rest of the week? Or are we sitting here wondering if the vacation's going to kick in soon? Because it is Holy Week, you know. Hi, Lizzie. Good to see you. Finished it? Oh, you're going to go to second edition. Nice. That's cool. That's cool. What are you going to do with all your knowledge? Just keep it in your brain, or are you going to do something with it? Become the world's most accurate DM? Hey, Pibble, how you doing? Good to see you, man. How's life? I hope you're having a good week. Yesterday was crazy for me. I was streamed for 7 hours straight. I haven't done that in such a long time. I used to, like, for me it was like 3 hours and then I poop out, and I've been like, man, I gotta expand some of that. I gotta see if I can get on there longer. I want to meet some of the evening crowd. You don't really exist on Twitch unless you're online. And it was awesome because not only did I get to see a bunch of really cool people and enjoy the game for longer and really kind of concentrate on it and be able to have 2 or 3 good conversations that I wouldn't have had otherwise. But I also, Miss Positivity dropped by, said hello, dropped a raid, got a couple of really fun raids from people. It was a good experience. Couldn't do anything after it, like there was no shorts and there was no video editing and there was no uploading of the VOD, none of that jazz. But you know what? It was all right. Monday was good. Work all day, good stream at night. Nice. Watch Picard. Is it good? You watch Picard? I heard that like season 1 was like sort of like woke or something, but then like they season 2, it wasn't nearly. It's actually a much better season of Star Trek. I hate the fact that they call something Star Trek and then it's not Star Trek. It's just like in space with Star Trek uniforms, but it has nothing to do with Star Trek. Alex is doing well on Monday. Nice. Did some studies and that was a little bit challenging. What did you study, Alex? What was the study? Or were you studying studies, as in like you were reading other people's studies? You like Picard, eh? Really, hey? I mean, I'm generally not very critical of movies and whatnot. I like movies. I like the action of movies. Movies are fun, but I've definitely come across some really crappy ones and some ones that actually have made me go, you know what? This really is a money grab, and I kind of hate that. But if Picard is good, then it might be worth it. Is it on Paramount? I think it's on Paramount, right? Starting a class all about dragons. Oh, that'd be rad. Do it, man. I hope you get a lot of people there because it's just a neat study and you're so passionate about it. I hope lots of people show up. Art says Monday was a bit rough, but that ended up being because I was getting a lesson slapped across my face. Okay. Do you want to share? What were you being encouraged to learn? I assume it was a personal lesson, not a like a car crash. I love this season of Picard mostly. Okay, good. Good. Is the first one worth watching? Do I need to watch the first one to understand the second one? Is it good? Studying building and construct. Oh, building and construction. Nice. That's cool. Were you the one who is working on a roller coaster? Is that you, Alex? Good morning, North Hill. Good to see you. How you doing? What's going on, my man? How's life? How's ministry? How's the channel? How's the unique and exciting and interesting stuff you're doing? Holy moly, you do some cool streams. Very different. So it's not you? Okay, so someone came on here and they're a construction person and they're working on some secret roller coaster. I just couldn't remember who it was. Apparently it's not you, so don't worry about it. Dude, it's been interesting. Okay, Wolfcat, what's up, dude? Explain it. What's going on? I'd love to hear more. Art Pibble says, I'd have to stand up for myself while maintaining self-control, and it's so hard for me. Yesterday, good. Oh, there was someone that was up in your biz? Yeah. It's a fine line, right? Between standing up for yourself because it's the right thing to do, because, you know, like you're not only defending yourself, but that which you are working for, and, you know, sort of an arrogant, prideful, you know, how dare you confront me kind of thing. It's a weird balance, because it's hard to get right. I'm glad it's a good practice, I guess, but it still sucks to do. Dread Sabers, now the previous 2 seasons and all other recent shows and movies are garbage. just start with number 3, I think. Yeah, start with 3. Okay. Orc comes from the word Latin orcus, it means whale, and also the underworld is where the killer whale gets his name, Orca. Oh, I did not know that. Underworld. I don't get the underworld. Oh, killer whale because underworld. Oh, wow. Okay, neat. The platform where I work through, had some technical problems, but I was trying to blame the workers and not paying. Aw, good for you. We had that issue up here. The government, they tried to get a new payment system for all the government employees, and they did it the way the government does it, lowest possible, you know, like the whoever pitched the cheapest and the fastest who did it, and they did it, and the person or the company that did it was like, they got bonuses for finishing it way before it was done, and, you know, all the rest of that stuff. And then when they actually launched the thing, turns out nobody was getting paid, and people weren't getting paid 18 months after. Like, it was a complete catastrophe for a very long time. I'm sure there are people that are still dealing with it. They refused to go back, and they refused to deal with all the issues. Like the company just, like, that did it just kind of buggered off. They took the money and ran. So like it blaming the software, and then how difficult that is on the people that are actually doing the work. It's great. Like, the people who are up at the top, they're getting all their money. They got money. They don't care. It's the people that are actually doing the work, the you know, in the offices and on the ground, that those are the ones that get hit. Yeah, I found that while studying dragons, you never know what you're gonna find. That's kind of cool. I like that. You're wondering if it was constructing something. Well, no, I'm just a student in college trying to get my grades for the lesson. Building and construction. Okay, there you go. Building and construction. That's cool. So what made you go into that? Because I know that these days everybody wants to be a content creator, or wants to be famous, or a YouTuber, or someone rich. So you're going into something that is that it's not only technical, but you're building stuff, using your hands, using your brain, and out there in the world and whatnot. What made you want to go into building and construction? Is it a family thing, or is it like you have somebody that that you thought was really cool that you were following in the footsteps of, or you just really like Lego? Shannigan says, another fun fact, the killer whale is not a whale. It's actually a dolphin. No, okay, yeah, I didn't know. I knew it wasn't a whale, but I didn't know it was a dolphin. Is that really true? Dang. Okay. Bummer. I didn't know that. I feel bad for the killer whale. Poor thing. Just had a lot of confusion and anxiety. The anxiety is less now, though. But yeah, you know about the most part of it from DMs earlier. Yeah, yeah. It's what not that I want to get into, you know, all the stuff you were talking about, obviously, but when someone is that vehement about a certain thing that seems so tangentially important to what's, you know, what really is important, you know, and they're just like all up in arms about this thing that seems to be just off to the side. Like it's such a niche thing that that you kind of like, okay, there's a lot of energy over here, a lot of heat, not a lot of light. And so you kind of end up being like, why, you know, like I don't really want to invest in that, but I see it's important to you, and I see it probably has some importance, but I don't know if I want to like dedicate my life to it like you do. Because I think of people like are in creation, evolution, or people who are all about old end times or you know, whatever, and that's like their whole personality. And it's like, no, I'm not going to sit here and fight about that forever. There's more things in the world. Is it cannibalism if an orca eats a dolphin? Dude, I am not qualified for that answer. Good gravy. We'll tell you what. Why don't we go into the Devo next sort of taco class, dude? Maybe you'll be you'll be teaching in the taco university. Hey, Lady Gun, gravy is good. Gravy is good. I like gravy. And I like the phrase good gravy. And I don't know where it comes from other than I think peanuts. But other than that, it's a lot of derivations away from, you know, I think a swear word of some kind. Well, shenanigans, like, there's a lot of animals that eat each other and themselves. That's why the whole argument, to me anyway, the whole argument of like, well, in the animal kingdom, blah, 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 therefore humans. I'm like, let's not use the animal kingdom as an example of higher morality, okay? Or how we're going to conduct ourselves as humans. That's that's not what you want to do, you know? Alex says, well, mainly because I want to construct with heavy machinery, like an excavator. More likely to drive an excavator with tank tracks. Ah, dude, yeah, I hear that. When I was working for the mill, I was able to drive a Volvo, and I was able to drive a front-end loader and a little Bobcat. Like, it was fun. That was legitimately fun. The Volvo, if you don't know what a Volvo is, it's a dump truck. But what's cool about it is that the wheels don't steer. It's like a pivot axle, and kind of where the cab is, that kind of steers the thing. It's a different kind of steering. It's weird. It's got extra bits. It kind of bends the car and the whole thing in half. And it was so fun to drive, and so it required a lot of expertise, because like there were people who would tip them over because we were going up walls and then having to put this thing up in the air, and it was a whole thing. And if you drove away with that thing high in the air, you could legit just kind of go kapunk. He says good griefs. Oh, that's right, Gabriel. Yeah. Hey, Banff. How you doing? How you doing? How's Banff today? Yeah, he said good grief. Who says good gravy? Yeah, if anybody needs an expert on dragons, talk to Dragonheart. He's definitely got the skills. Gun good. Okay, tell you what, let's get into the Devo. Load now. There we go. So, is that big enough? That's big enough. Yeah, good grief. Yeah. Volvo excavator turning is like making it bend itself. Yeah. No, it doesn't wreck the thing. It's just kind of cool that it like bends in the middle. Okay, I tried, question mark. Gun good. That's funny. Well done. Okay, so we're gonna talk about self-reflection. There is this title. I hope it is as captivating to you as it was to me, because it really kind of hit me when I was starting to think about what the heck to do. You got second 100K sticker. I say, oh, you did, eh? Far out. You got to share a picture of those on the taco Discord. We want to see it. And I'm working with Hunter right now. So Shenanigans, make sure Hunter's on this. Hunter's trying to make me a 250K one, so that I can make 250K. It's going to be a different colors, a bit more metallic. I'm gonna print it in like glitter, I think, or some kind of shiny thing, so that if you get to 250, right? Because you got 200K, right? So if you get to 250, would 250K be better or 200K be better? Like, I'm not sure which is better. 250 just seems to me to be the best one. But like, if you get to 250, you get this super ultra fancy sticker. That's my thought. But if you guys think 200K is better because it's easier to get to, or because it's, you know, unlikely to get to 200,000, 250 is the way to go. Okay, all right. Because it's yeah, we're gonna do that. So once Hunter's got that designed, I'll get it printed at the sticker shop, and then 1 million. Yeah, there you go. We'll get there. Then you guys can start winning the 250K one, and that requires lurking. Like, you guys know how that works, right? All you got to do is lurk. You don't have to be here if you don't want to and pay attention and whatnot. Sorry, Jones. There are no rewards during the Devo time. Doesn't work. So if you lurk, and by the way, if I ever do a giveaway, you still are entered in the giveaway even if you're lurking. So it's worth it. Tell your friends. Tell them all to come over here and lurk. To explain lurking to people in your church and your youth group and your small group and whatnot. Just explain to them and say, listen, all you have to do is in the morning, right when you get on your computer, if you have high-speed internet, go to this website, Christian Ninja on Twitch, turn it on, and just leave it there. And if you do that, when he's on, he will be able to get your view, and it'll help him out. It'll do nothing. You'll be able to actually improve his stream and move him up, and you've done nothing to help, or nothing difficult except help. So yeah, it's lurking is really helpful. Let me pray, and then we're gonna get into talking about self-reflection. God, thank you for this day. Thank you for your love, and thank you for everybody who's coming in to chat. Thank you for everybody who is sitting in their home right now, or at work, or taking a walk, or wherever they are, that is seeking to turn their attention towards you, towards your word, and to think about big thoughts, to try to discover you and to understand themselves better. Thank you that you've given us a chance to do this for people all around the world, and people who are seeking to know you better. This is an exception for people to not only do like a morning Devo or fit you in during the evening or before bed, but to actually take time during the day to sit down and be taught, to go through some content in the Bible together. It's rare. It's rare. And I'm thankful for everybody who's here. I pray that as I try to teach and speak and help, that you would be glorified by it, and you'd protect my words, and that whatever is good and helpful would reach our hearts and change us to be more like you. And whatever is unhelpful, that it would be disappeared and forgotten. Thank you for using this very, very earthen vessel to carry your life-giving water. I pray that we would be able to carry it together and bring it to people who need it. Lord, we're on Twitch and we're in our lives, and we have people around us that we know are just thirsty for light, for godliness, for good things. Help us to be the ones who carry the life-giving water to them. In your name, amen. Appreciate that, Dragon. Yeah. Well, okay, good. Then let's see how it goes. So we're going to start with a couple scriptures. The first one is, okay, hold on. Yeah, we'll just highlight all of this, because this is kind of the big one. So we're going to start with Romans chapter 12, verse 1 to 2. Over the weekend, I watched a mental health non-Christian video about self-reflection. Okay, well, there you go. We're right on that. Actually, maybe you can contribute a few things that you learned from that video. Yeah. Okay, so living sacrifice. I appeal to you, therefore, brothers, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship. Now, if you don't know that verse, and basically it comes down to that the way things are now in the Christian realm are similar to the way it was for the Jews, but different, right? It is, yes, we have sacrifices, and yes, we have worship, and yes, we have a temple, and yes, we have all these things, except for it's not out there, like in the world. It is in here, right? The temple, the Holy of Holies, moved from a location that is in a building, in Jerusalem, to inside the hearts of men. right? Inside people who believe in Jesus. He cleans up our life, cleans up our conscience, and comes to live inside of us. The way that the description is of course it's metaphorical or whatever, is that he changes our heart to be like the Holy of Holies in the Bible, where God resides. And instead of being a temple which we bring sacrifices to on behalf of, like to be able to atone for our sins or to talk to God or to ask for his blessing, instead of that, the temple inside of our hearts, the sacrifice is a living sacrifice, not a sacrifice that gets killed and then the life is over, but one that every day in all that we do, no matter what we do, whether it be eating or drinking or sleeping or working or taking care of somebody or whatever, all of that is a sacrificial life turned over to God, hopefully acceptable to him, worshiping him just by the simple action of living every day. So it's not like a big religious thing. It's not like we have to go somewhere to do it. It happens every day, and it happens within the hearts of the people. We're called the priesthood of believers. In other words, we don't need a priest to approach God. We have Jesus, who is our high priest, who gives us full access. We don't need a temple to approach God. The temple is inside of us. We don't need a sacrifice in order to appease God. Jesus was the sacrifice. Our lives are a sacrifice. It's the same, but it's different. That's what it's talking about here. In verse 2, it says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect." Right? So this is sort of the first place we are when it comes to self-reflection. And that is that the world, we talked about this yesterday, is that the world is geared to pull us away from holy things, from God, from spiritual things, from, it clouds our mind to think that we're the center of the universe. It fills us full of hopelessness and fear and anxiety and makes us covet things that we don't need and makes us want to spend our money on stuff that is unfruitful. The world is very, very set and very designed to be something very distracting to us. And it's easy to conform ourselves to the world because much of it makes sense and much of it appeals to our desires. And, it sounds right. Like we're afraid, we're nervous, we're anxious. We have, like things in our life that are out of control. The world offers control. Well, here, just use violence or use money or use your power or use insurance or use, whatever, collect a bunch of money, put up a bunch of walls. Like it'll offer you these things that to solve your emotional problems. And as you conform to the world, what ends up happening is you discover that it pulls you away from God. It pulls you away from people. It pulls you away from God's will and God's will for your life. And so the pitch here that Paul is saying is when you think about how your life is lived, don't think of it as you have church and then you have the rest of your life, or you have, temple and you have the rest of your life. Your whole life is a living sacrifice. So as you live through this world, every single moment of the day, be careful not to be conformed to this world, like in the same way that you wouldn't want to bring an idol into the temple of God. You wouldn't want to take God's holy temple and slap on a bunch of posters and a bunch of weird stuff that's in there and add a bunch of extra furniture to the tabernacle. You wouldn't do that in the Old Testament, because that's, it's a sacred place. In the same way, your heart is a sacred place. It's sacrosanct to God, and therefore, for you to add a bunch of worldly garbage to it is just going to cloud it up and cause problems. So instead of being conformed to the world, be transformed by the renewal of your mind, as in think God's thoughts after him, think truth, seek truth, don't seek self-reflection, don't be navel-gazing and think that only your feelings matter. Don't simply just whatever truth is for everybody is for, everybody has a different truth. Be like, no, be transformed by the renewal of your mind to the understanding of how God thinks and what God says. And how do you do that? By testing, you may discern what is the will of God. What does testing means? It basically means holding it accountable to, what does the Bible say? What does the Spirit inside of you say? What do elders and mature Christians say? What's happening around you that is pointing you in a certain direction that you can kind of sense with discernment, speaking to the body of Christ, seeking to have make wise decisions, testing against these things, wise and knowledgeable and biblical and godly things, so that as you do that, you can discern what the will of God is, so you can live a good, acceptable, and perfect life. That's what it is. Your body is a living sacrifice. How do you become a good, acceptable, perfect sacrifice, the way that, the Old Testament would be? How do you get that white, spotless lamb? How do you become that? By testing what your thoughts are, testing what your actions are, testing what your plans are, testing what you think about the Bible, testing what you think about God, testing what you think about others, your enemies, your family. So that, and as you test it, you're going to discover that the world wants you to think one way and the Bible wants you to think another. And then that way you can be more wise. That's what we're talking about here. So self-reflection is, in this verse, is positive, right? The idea of testing your life, testing your thoughts, testing what you're going to do and your plans, testing it all. The second one here, 2 Corinthians 13, it's talking about your faith, right? This is examine yourselves to see whether or not you're in the faith. Test yourselves, right? This essentially is, don't assume that you're a Christian. Don't assume that you're in the body of Christ. Don't assume that you have your faith correctly simply because you feel like it's right. Examine yourself to see if you're in the faith. Test yourself against the word. Test yourself against mature Christians. Test your thinking about God and about salvation, about self, about prayer, about all of it according to the word, and examine yourself. Look inside and be like, do I believe the gospel? Do I believe Jesus really did die, rise again? Do I really think that prayer is real and meaningful? Is worship of an important part of my life? Test to see where you are in the faith and whether or not you really believe it. Because there are a lot of people out there who will go to church, or they will talk about how they believe in God, but when it comes to actually having faith in Jesus and really buckling down, grabbing them and go, what do you believe? What do you believe about Jesus? Who is Jesus? Who is God? What is the purpose of this world? What is your life purpose? They don't know. They've got as far as, I think God exists, and they just assume they're a Christian from there on in. That's what this is talking about, the importance of self-examination when it comes to your faith and theology, right? Wolfcat says, I need more of that wisdom, but I must be patient with myself because I'm still learning much. Yeah, we all do, right? We all do. We're like, even me, I've been around for a long time. There's lots I don't know. And this is why we need to work together as a group, right? This is why we need to work together as a group, seeing if we can see Jesus in each other and correcting each other and helping each other and praying for one another. We need each other. Now, this is where we lead into this article, which I think is very valuable. It's just, there's a lot in here that I thought I hadn't really thought about before, and I think maybe would be helpful for some people, because I know one of the errors that we can have in our life is that we end up over self-reflecting, examining too much, thinking about ourselves far too much, and it really spirals us into a problem. It actually can hurt us. Lady Gun says, there's a lot whose entire theology is God is love, and that's it. Right, and it's not only not enough, but it doesn't really say much, because their definition of love is going to be their own, not God's definition of love, and therefore the love that they're talking about isn't even the one that God's talking about, right? Bam says, that can be a hard passage in the moments where Romans 7 hits hard, but do the things I don't want to do, and I do the things that I want to do, can really put us in a bad headspace at times. I guess, but I lean on that scripture a lot, because it's a reminder that, the Apostle Paul himself, that every Christian, every person that has ever sought to follow Jesus, they have the struggle with the flesh too. They have the struggle with, not knowing the will, that wanting to do good and ending up doing bad, the spirit being willing, but the flesh being weak. It's real, and I kind of take hope from that, and recognizing it's, but, then you move into, but remember, the next verse after you leave Romans 7 is, there is no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus, right? Yes, it's a constant spiritual battle, but if you're saved, that battle doesn't disqualify you from salvation. That's the beauty of the whole thing. It is a battle. Lady Gun says, and there are also so many who say God is just a judge. He's a just judge. Yeah, he's both. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's we tend to take God, and we project ourselves onto him, right? His priorities are our priorities. The people he likes are the people we like. The people he doesn't like are the people we don't like. You know, he thinks the way we think. He does what we would do, right? That's what we generally think about God. So we create a God in our own image, and then we call it the Christian God. And that's why the importance of looking into the scriptures and going, am I right? Is that the real faith? Is that the real God? Because we can't just invent a God of our own and just call that the Christian God. We can't just invent a savior and call him Jesus as though he's the real Jesus. That's not how it works. Hi, Xanadu. Good to see you. So let's read this together and kind of go through it. I think it's very valuable. And before I get there, I'll tell you why this came up. Lady Gunn says, I have a friend who struggled with anxiety and OCD thoughts. She finally came to realize that she shouldn't dwell on her thoughts. She stopped talking about it, and her whole demeanor has changed. She smiles now. It's beautiful. I think that's one of the things that I've noticed when it comes to my kids and TikTok or social media, is that there are so many pieces of social media out there that tell you might be autistic, or you might be depressed, or you might have this mental illness, or you might be, LGBTQ, or you might be, whatever. And it'll give you these kind of broad general categories of just how so many people are. And it'll confuse immature people to go, well, if they say that on the internet, and the video guy, look, they were wearing a lab coat, then it must be that I am that. And it confuses them, and it makes them far more introspective and dangerously introspective, because they start labeling themselves with all these things, right? I have ADHD. I must, because Twitch said, or TikTok said so. And I also have, I must be on the spectrum because TikTok said so, and I must have these other learning disabilities because TikTok said so, and my parents must be terrible because my TikTok said that they all are, and teachers can't be trusted because that's what TikTok says, and the government is against us because that's what TikTok says, and their thinking is steered by what they're watching, and they end up over examining and over analyzing and over labeling themselves. Right? Yeah, and that's not God focused. Yeah, when you get, that's why I say, you don't get to define who you are, and really, these people are not experts, so stop listening to them that much, because they're leading you astray and causing you to label yourself as something that God didn't create you to be. Okay, self-examination speaks 1,000 lies. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, where did this come from? So today's Taco Tuesday. Today's about creator stuff, right? And I was thinking, what can we talk about as creators? What do I want to share with creators that's kind of on my heart that I think would help people? And that is the importance of evaluating your content from the perspective of the viewer, right? There's a big difference between, this is how I've set up my stream because I like it, and this is how I've set up my stream because it's the most helpful for others, or this is how I play, or this is how I talk, or this is how I listen, or this is what I do, right? Because I like it, as opposed to the other side, which is, this is what I do, and this is what I play, and this is what I have, because the viewers on the other side, this helps them, or this is better for them, or they enjoy this more, right? The beginning of where I was going was basically to say, when you look at your stream, or when you look at your content, or when you listen to your music or whatever, you have to listen to it, or look at it, or view it from the perspective of the people that are on the opposite side, the viewers, right? So if the fonts are too small, you can't read it. It's no good for them. If your sound is off, they're not going to like it, and that's going to be a problem. If your things are chaotic and overlapping each other, it's going to be a problem. If everything's too loud, it's going to be a problem. Like, to say, I'm going to sit and watch myself or view this thing as though I was a viewer and ask, is it a pleasant experience? That's where this came from. And then as I started to think about self-reflection and think about, okay, what, not only this reflection of what is my stream or what is my content like, but myself, this is where it tumbled into. So that's where that all came from. DragonDaddyBear says, only lurking, but I can share a thought on self-examination. You are a terrible judge of your own character and values. Allow me to share an experiment with you. Write down your most important things, then ask those not super close to you, your work team, see what they say. See just how different those are. Want to wager how many here would put God at the top 3, only to find that may not be close to don't even know you're saved. Can't listen because of work meetings. Okay, so he's got a good point. So I would say this way, one of the experiments you can do if you want to know your priorities is write down your time in increments of 15 minutes for like a week, right? If you say my top priority is God, my spirit, and my family, and like my health, and then my community, and making sure that I'm a good worker and whatnot, and you say those are my top values, I'm such a good person, then you go and look at your actual time schedule and it says actually my top priorities are watching TV, sleeping, eating food, and staring at my phone. Those are what I do the absolute most when it comes to how much time I spend connecting to God, connecting to my community, and working on my spirit or whatever like that. It's like 3% of the week. It's like that. So therefore, it can't be the highest priority for me because I don't prioritize it. It's a good experiment, and in the same way, saying like, what do you see as my top priority? What do you see as most important to me? Some people will not say what you think they're going to say. Well, obviously the most important thing to you is that everything's perfect, right? Like everything you talk about is about being perfect. It's how good it needs to be, and how we need to always be doing our best and whatnot, and how you will actually remove relationships from your life and insult people behind their back because they did it wrong. For you, being perfect is the most important thing. And you're like, wow, I didn't think that was true. I thought loving people was most important, and that's why I was doing that. It's not coming across that way, apparently, right? That's what Dragon's kind of talking about. Let's go through this together and see what it says. Article by Jared Mellinger says, I once heard it said, it is a priority, do it prior to others. If it's a priority, do it prior to other stuff. Yes, yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Unhealthy introspection is a daily threat to our joy in Christ. Many of us tend to examine ourselves in a way that is excessive, inaccurate, and leads to discouragement. I'm failing at everything. I don't like the way God made me. The Lord is not helping me. My service is worthless. My gifting is useless. My growth is hopeless. Self-examining spiritual depression speaks 1,000 lies. The gospel speaks a better word. That line, self-examining spiritual depression speaks 1,000 lies. That is such a killer phrase, because one of the downsides, and if you've struggled with depression, you've struggled with anxiety, you've struggled with mental illness of some kind, you know how it colors every other part of your life. Every other thought, every other everything is it run through that lens. So if you're depressed, if you're clinically depressed, or you've been hit with depression, your brain literally thinks, no one loves me, I'm not valuable, people would be better off if I wasn't here, nothing I do matters, I don't deserve good things, I'm a threat to others, my sadness is infecting people, I should avoid them because I'm a poison to others. Like, that's just what you see. And so every part of your life, you'll go to work, or you go talk to your friend, or you go to school, or you go somewhere, and all the way you've got these glasses on that basically says to you, nothing I do matters, nobody's telling me the truth, even the people who say that they like me don't, the people who have who count on me, I'm only ever letting them down. Right? That's what depression keeps saying. And so no matter where you are, that's the lens. That self-examining spiritual depression speaks 1,000 lies. That's what counseling is. Pastoral counseling, psychological counseling, psychiatric counseling, whatever it is to try to help you see through, to re-examine, to reprocess your own thinking as to whether or not it's true. The OCD thing is a great example. Do I need to wash my hands 3 times? Do I need to go back and check the stove every single, all the time? Like, even if I haven't used it, right? Is that something that is true, or is it something that is my brain is telling me that isn't true? In the same way with anxiety, right? Everything's against you, always being fight or flight, it's always be jumpy, be nervous, someone's trying to get you, you don't even know who, people are just waiting for you to fail. Like, it's that anxiety, that running anxiety just keeps coloring your entire world. I think in the same way, self-examining spiritual depression, speaking a thousand lies, is when you turn yourself inward to look at yourself. If you are struggling with any kind of mental illness or any kind of spiritual weakness or any kind of spiritual oppression or any of that kind of stuff, all of that's going to be colored wrong, right? It's going to be colored wrong. You need external evaluation. That's where we're actually going with this. Joan says, this is what I've been struggling with. Yeah, a lot of us do. A lot of us, you're not alone. It's really hard, I think, on a lot of people who've been hurt by the church, who've been hurt by others, who have suffered with bullying, who have been, who feel guilt and shame and whatnot because of stuff that they've done, and they pulled themselves away from people. It's easy for us to convince ourselves that people suck and they're all going to hurt us, and the only people that are worth anything are the ones that I can control, right? Hi, River. Intense self-hatred, and that's it. So that's what we're talking about, right? That's what we're talking about. So let's go through this together and see if we can untie a few of these knots. When self-examination is evil, God calls us to examine ourselves, right? That's 1 Corinthians 13:5. We just kind of talked about it. And then Lamentations 3:40, which says, let us test and examine our ways and return to the Lord. God calls us to examine ourselves. But healthy self-examination is a difficult and dangerous duty. The flesh seizes self-examination as an opportunity to turn our thoughts against us. Introspection is deceptive because it often looks like we're doing the right thing. We're not indifferent to our sin. We want to seek it out. But then that introspection makes us self-absorbed instead of Christ-absorbed. We undermine our faith, right? So what's that saying? Essentially, it's, like our intention is good, right? I'm going to go root out what's going on inside. But what ends up happening is you look inside and you see, like Joan was talking about, a bunch of hateful things. Stuff that like, I'm gross, I'm guilty, I'm not worth it, I'm a terrible friend, I'm a bad worker, I'm lazy, I don't speak to people properly, I've got a foul mouth, I've got, bad eyes, I can't go anywhere without, and like, that's what you see. You're trying to root out sin. You're like, what's wrong with me? And all you see is a bunch of really horrible stuff. And instead of being, like it says, instead of being Christ absorbed, is what's Jesus going to do with that? What did Jesus say about that? What would Jesus say? We say, well, I see that, and all I do is I think of how horrible I am. And that's where you get stuck, right? I'm a terrible person. I'm horrible. I'm bad. I'm not worth being someone's friend, etc., etc. And everyone who says they're my friend is a liar. That's what ends up happening. You get stuck on the inside. So that's what we're going to be fighting against. As Charles Spurgeon once said, any practice that detracts from faith is an evil practice. But especially that kind of self-examination, which would take us away from the cross foot, proceeds in a wrong direction. So just kind of take that apart. Any practice that detracts from faith is an evil practice, right? Anything that pulls us away from understanding who God is and who we are in the light of the gospel and in the light of the word is evil, right? Because it's automatically going to be self-focused or world-focused or other than God-focused. It's going to pull us away. But especially that kind of self-examination, which would take us away from the crossfoot, proceeds in the wrong direction. And that's exactly what this self-absorbed, guilt-driven self-hatred is. It is to say, I am leaving the cross. What does the cross say, right? The cross says, you are valuable, you are loved, you are worth sacrificing for. Jesus traded his life for you. You are someone who is who God has preferred. God so loved you that he gave his one and only son that you might be saved. He has gifted you. He has given you a spiritual gift. He's invited you into his family. He's adopted you as a son or daughter of God. He's made you a co-heir with Christ. He has forgiven you completely. You are no longer under condemnation. You are now white as snow. You're reborn a different person. That's what the cross says, right? And so your self-absorbed action goes, I am guilty. I am ashamed. I am filthy. I am yucky. I am someone unworthy of love. And that's exactly the opposite to what the gospel says. That's why it is the wrong direction. I'm familiar with this evil. the self-examination that lessens faith and leads away from the foot of the cross. I was once in a prayer meeting with a group of pastors, and I spent the entire time thinking about myself and assessing my contributions. And because that apparently wasn't enough self-absorption for one day, I left the meeting and spent the rest of the afternoon continuing the self-reflection, considering whether I shared too much or too little, wondering what others thought of me, examining my motives, and especially hoping I didn't pray anything dumb or heretical. That anybody else? I know I do this. It's hard not to. As someone who is, I was a preacher for a long time. I want to be a good preacher. I want to be a good teacher. And I want to make sure that I'm doing it right. Self-evaluation. How was I doing? How were people responding? What were people saying? What did people look like? Did anybody fall asleep? Was that my fault? Right? All these things, did I say or do or pray anything? When I was off script, did I go sideways, right? All that stuff is really hard to get out of your head, because not only you're trying to do well, and it's such a huge responsibility, but you actually want to make sure that you're improving. And so it can easily do this thing where it pulls you away from the truth, because you end up lying to yourself about it. I haven't heard this thought process before, but it matches my observations. Yeah, it's real. I think the idea of that being self-absorption, right? What are you really thinking? So you go to this pastor meeting, or you go to this meeting. Let's say you go to a church meeting to help the poor. Let's go with that. You walk in there, you're sitting down. How can we help the poor? Well, we should help the poor by this. And then you're like contributing. You're like, well, I think this is a good idea, and maybe this is a bad idea. And I don't really agree with you, but I think maybe we can massage that. And you have a meeting and you talk about it for an hour and a half. And then you get up and you pray, and then you're asked to pray, and then you leave and you walk out. Right? So what, from a macro perspective, what just happened? A group of Christians got together to see how they could care for the poor in their neighborhood with the love of Jesus and in a practical way. And they were seeing what the best way to do that is. They invited the Holy Spirit to come in to organize the room and organize the thoughts so that we could go out in a fruitful way. And then we closed by honoring him in prayer and asking for his blessing. That's what actually happened. Now, when you step out of the room, what do you bring with you, right? I said something dumb. I maybe shouldn't have shared that. Maybe I shared too much. Why was I so critical? My prayer sure didn't sound like it should have sounded in my head. Why did I, you're walking out thinking that. You know who isn't walking out thinking that? Anybody else. Nobody else in the entire meeting is thinking what you're thinking about yourself. They are glad you were there. They're thankful for your contribution, assuming it was humble and, it was, your heart was in the right place. And they are not walking out thinking, wow, his prayer sure was weird, and that contribution sure was, everybody else walks out. They're only thinking of themselves, or they're thinking that was really nice that people were there. You think of it this way, right? Think of your own personal attractiveness, right? There's probably a lot of people here who don't think that they're very attractive, and so therefore they worry, right? Say when you laugh, you put your hand over your mouth because you're worried about your teeth, or when you like someone wants to take a picture, you say, I don't want you to take my picture, please don't, you kind of shy away. Or if someone, compliments you, you're like, nah, that's not true. Like you don't like how you look. And so therefore your assumption is as you're walking around the world, people are looking at you and going, oh, look at that mole. Oh, look at that face. Oh, look at how they're dressed. Oh, look at how they're running that belt. Oh, they certainly don't know fashion. Oh, look at all the stuff in their teeth. Oh, that's, that's what we think the world is saying. But do we do that for anyone else? Right? We don't. If you're a Christian, if you're any kind of good person, someone comes in and they, if they're not fashionably whatever, you don't care. Right? You're like, I don't care what you're wearing. I don't care if you're in shorts and a sweatshirt. I don't care, because I'm here for you, and I'm not going to judge you on that, because that's not a big deal. That's how other people think about you too. And if you do, say you walk out, do you give that person a second thought? Do you sit there and obsess over something that was in their teeth? Of course you don't. Why? Because it's not that important to you. That's exactly what everybody else is thinking. And yet when you leave this meeting, just like it says, you're self-obsessed. Nobody else is thinking about that for you. Nobody else. It's only you and only the enemy who's trying to shut you down. Alex says, but some of this does match my, some of this does match my observation, but I know I can fight back and not let it take over my mind with bad thoughts. Yes, that's what you're supposed to do, right? Is this truth? Is this reality? Is this something that is accurate to the world and accurate to what other people would say and accurate to what, you know, God would say? That's how you do that, right? You have to fight against those and hold it up against the truth. Who said hiya, folks? My internet just came back. What did I miss? Hiya, oh, Sis Pineapple. Hiya, folks. My internet just came back on. Might be a bit unpredictable, though. Well, I'm glad you're here. Sis Pineapple says, I do some of that, to be honest, but it's due to childhood issues, bullying, racism, being the odd one out. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of that can be, you know, imported to us, but we don't have to live in it, right? We have to, as Alex was saying, we have to, you know, like, fight back. Denalid says, I regularly pray at church, and every week I have to fight the thought that I'm going to sound stupid. Then I feel even more awkward about it if someone tells me, yeah, that prayer really hit right. It's a vicious cycle, really. The only thing to do is just not worry about it. It's hard to do, right? Like I led services for 20 years. And for the first 10, I've told you, and if you guys hit ! my story, you'll hear my story. It's a series of podcasts that I tell my story. And one thing you'll actually hear in there is that I was sick for a decade. Every week for 10 years, I was sick in the bathroom on a Sunday morning because I was so scared and nervous and overwhelmed by the responsibility. Being on stage, presenting the gospel, presenting the Bible, being in front of a bunch of people who were, you know, like, it was really, really hard. And that was because of so much self-reflection and so much worry of what they were going to say and how they're going to respond and whether or not I did it right, right? You really do have to fight it. What I learned after a decade of doing it, and, you know, like maybe even more, is that the weight of responsibility isn't on my shoulders. It's on the shoulders of God and the Holy Spirit. All I can do is my best. I can try to do it right. That every week isn't the last week someone could be living. You know what I mean? Like, I really did preach for a long time as though this was the only sermon anybody would ever hear. That was the urgency of my sermons for a long time. And it was like, that is too much urgency to a sermon. And so therefore kind of going, God is in the right timing. God is the one who moves this forward. God is the one who changes hearts. My job is to just present the truth as best I can, right? And it cut down a lot of the anxiety, for sure. Hey, Razzle says, sometimes it helps to think to myself, yeah, it's not good. Maybe it will never be, but if it blesses someone, it's worth it. Not saying it's easy, though. Yeah, and it does make sense. And it requires a level of maturity to release that, to kind of go, yep, it's out there now, and I just hope it's good. And if it's not, that's okay. I'll try harder the next time. Right? I'm going to go mass delete 350 tweets. Yeah, or 150 tweets. That's funny. Okay, keep going. When it's dark, open the curtains. Thomas Chalmers, a Scottish church leader in the 19th century, knew that self-examination can be tiring and fruitless. He once compared self-examination to a dark room full of objects. We can't see what is there because the room is pitch black. This darkness is the reason looking at ourselves is often so unfruitful. Right? That's what we're talking about, that we look inside and all we see is reasons to hate ourselves. And it's just everything is black and everything is, you know, like we don't know what to do about it. And all we see is wrong, is things that are wrong. It's just dark in there. So how do you fight that? How do you brighten the room? It is not by straining our eyes or taking more time and effort to examine the darkness, right? You don't spend all the time in the dark. And that's the danger of depression, is that it teaches you and tells you to be alone, right? You're a poison to others. Be alone. People don't like you. Be alone. Your conversations are always downer. You should be alone. People don't like you, therefore delete them from your phone. Like that's depression. It tells you to be alone, and therefore you just sit in the darkness. You don't have anybody coming in and able to cast light and tell you the truth and tell you they like you and tell you they love you and give you your value, because you in your depression have pushed them away and you don't believe them and you don't want them there, and therefore you're sitting by yourself in a pitch black room and there's no one to bring the light in, because you have, that's one of the dangers of depression. It's very, very true. Lizzie says, my internet's being yucky, but for the longest time I felt like I wasn't capable or qualified to share the gospel to others because I felt like I wasn't connected to God to a certain level until I was invited to join this class at church about intercession and such, and finally realized that I'm qualified by the blood of Christ, his grace and mercy, not my deeds. It's been a slow process, but I know I'm getting there. I think one of the fears that a lot of people have is that they're gonna look stupid, right? They're gonna say something and they're not gonna have the answer, or they're gonna stumble over their words and the other person's gonna jump all over them, or somehow a divine appointment that God has given you, you're gonna screw it up somehow and then God's gonna be mad at you, right? That's not how it works. So often it's just share your heart, open your mouth to whatever you've got, say I'm not sure if you don't know the answer, and just walk along with that person for more than one conversation. It's not a singular moment that you get to screw up, right? Nobody's going to go to hell because you got it wrong. And as long as you're there, you're humble, and you're willing to say, only tell your part of the story and what you think you know, that's all you're responsible for, right? It's not, I have to be perfect in apologetics and really good at talking and I have to tell the entire gospel perfectly or they're going to go to hell. That's not on you. It's not on you. Let's keep going. How do we brighten the room? Not by straining our eyes or taking more time and effort to examine the darkness. We will never see ourselves clearly simply by focusing more intently on ourselves. Instead, Chalmers says, we must go to the window and open the curtains. Let the light of Christ break into the darkness of your soul. The sunlight in Chalmers' image is the truth of God's word. Quote, if we derive no good from the work of self-examination because we find that all is confusion and mistiness within, then let us go forth upon the truths which are without, and these will pour a flood of light into all the mazes and intricacies of the soul, and at length render that work easy, which before was impracticable. Impracticable, yeah. Right? So what that's saying is that it's so much better to start with, what does God think of me? What does the Bible think of me? What does Jesus think of me? What does Jesus think of this world? What are God's priorities? In that, when you're there, that's your template, right? That's your template. So when you look inward, you're looking at it with his eyes, not yours, right? You're looking at it in his light, not just the one that you've come up with. And if you start with Jesus loves me and God is, and all the things I just listed, right? You start with that, then it's so much more positive in here. Many times what'll happen is, as we feel crappy, we start avoiding the word because reading the Bible makes me feel guilty, right? Usually that means you have unrepentant sin and you feel gross and you don't want to be convicted because you still want the sin. But if you are in the word and you're seeking out, really, if you seek out what God believes about you and what God thinks about you, and that's what you're steeped in, then the word becomes so much different. It's not guilt producing. It's not fear producing. It's not anxiety producing. It's not, shame producing. It's life-giving. It really is. Alex Bragger says, chat, whenever you feel like something is bothering you in your mind, just remember, always fight it back. If it takes over, then you'll be doing much worse things to yourself. Don't forget that, chat. I've experienced the same thing to myself, but I never gave up on myself. I still think about what else in life I want to explore. Well, yes and no, dude. You make it sound like it's you that can do it. You can't. That's the whole point of this argument. You don't have the weapons to fight that level of darkness. You need other people, Alex. You need God's light in that. You can't lighten yourself. It's just not going to happen. But yeah, it's going to take a little effort. It's going to take a little bit of will. But I would say that it's not you. You can't do it. Yeah. Okay, good. Art People says, reminds me of Moses not wanting to face Pharaoh or lead the people because he couldn't speak well. Our words don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing to be used by God. That's exactly what God said, right? Moses is like, I don't have good words. God's literal response was, you know who made your mouth? I did. I'll take care of it. Okay, we'll keep going. If you are currently lost in a maze of introspective concerns, aware of the confusion and chaos within, and burdened by renegade self-reflection, the best thing you could do is soak in the sunshine of God's truth. Go to the Word, hear the voice of the Lord, and experience the flood of divine light pouring into your mind with clarity and comfort. The sunlight of the gospel of grace provides the necessary atmosphere for healthy self-examination. Practically speaking, like, okay, you go to the Bible, right? Practically speaking, what that means is take someone else's reading plan, take someone else's advice, take your pastor's advice, take your elders, take some kind of, like devotional guide or whatever, and go through the Bible using that tool. Okay. Normally what you'll do is you'll think, what can I do in the Bible? I'm going to go to my favorite thing. And after about, you hit Psalm 23, you hit Psalm 316, you jump into Revelation for who knows whatever reason. And then you're like, what about Leviticus? And then all of a sudden you're bored and you don't know what to do with yourself. Or you start at Genesis, and by the time you get to Exodus, you want to quit, right? So take someone else's tool. Whether it be the ESV study plan or the Ligonier study plan or Bible in a year or Bible in 3 years, I don't really care. Do an external reading guide so that it takes you through the scriptures in an orderly fashion so that you're not governing it, someone else is, okay? Someone else will. That way you will get that sunlight, right? Another thing you can do, make sure you are listening to sermons. Make sure you are in church, and if you can't handle church, make sure you're here for Devos or you're listening to sermons on YouTube. Make sure you have external biblical influences telling you the truth, right? It can't just be you. Woody says, the thing I dislike about me is having social anxiety. It sucks. Social anxiety absolutely sucks. I can confirm not being able to go to church and freaking out when you're in the grocery store and not being able to go to parties you want to because you are worried about it, not calling your friends because there might be another friend there that you're not sure about. It's all crappy. That's why, Epic Woody, I'm very thankful for this ministry, right? For Twitch, for what we're doing here, because Epic Woody can come in, share his heart, get to know a community, show love, be able to be shown love, be funny, enjoy each other in the whole 9 yards, because we can do it online in a controlled fashion. It's like an inoculation. Be like, oh, people aren't terrible. Chat was actually pretty fun. That was like 30 people. Like, how many people are watching right now? Right? 30 people. There's like 30 people who are pretty nice. That's okay. That's pretty good, right? Art Pibble says, or you try to say, God, show me where to read, and your Bible opens up to a random passage. Yeah, then go and kill. Yeah, exactly, Lightgate, right? Yeah. And then Judas went and hung himself. Uh-oh. Now what? Yeah, don't do that. Get an external thing. And if you're looking for one, if you don't know what Bible verse to read or whatever, call me, talk to me, send me a DM, ask. I will be more than happy to furnish you with however many dozen plans you want. I looked through a bunch of them. I'll tell you the one I do. I have an article on how I figured out to do it myself, just at my own kind of version. So I'm happy to do it. If you're struggling with Bible reading, let me know. I've got a plan for you. Okay, let's keep going. Soak in gospel sunlight. So when we go to God's word, what light does the gospel shed in the darkness of self-examination, right? On my second Bible in a year plan, are you doing any specific one? Like, is it done by somebody who actually did it, like wrote it? So what does it do? The gospel brings proportion to our examination. So as we learn to treasure Christ, we'll spend far more time looking to Christ than to ourselves. We learn that we are not changed by beholding self, but by beholding Christ. 2 Corinthians 3:18. And we all with unveiled face behold the glory of the Lord, are being transformed into the same image from him, from one degree of glory to another, for this comes from the Lord who is the Spirit. Robert Murray McShane famously said, for every look at Christ, for every look at yourself, take 10 looks at Christ. I'm stumbling now. I might need a drink. What that means, Nicky Gumbel? Oh, he's the Awana dude, right? Not Awana. The Anglican first thing that you Alpha. He's the Alpha dude, right? So what this means is basically that as you spend time thinking about the Bible, about Jesus, about God, thinking bigger thoughts than you have, it makes your issues and your self-doubt and your self-anxiety, your guilt and shame and fear look so much smaller, right? if you worship, and I'll add to this, like as you worship and say sing a song or go to church and listen to the sermons or go to small group and talk to people or go to counseling and talk to somebody or be on stream and you kind of hear what I'm saying or you hear what Christians are saying and you see what Chad is saying, your personal view, that darkness within that seems so big, as light hits it, you discover how small it really is. I've said 1,000 times for 2 years, I'm a big believer of dragging the dark things in our life into the light, right? Especially with confession. You go to the thing that you don't want to say and the thing that you don't want anybody to know. You just rip the Band-Aid off and you tell somebody. You know what? This week I spent a bunch of time looking at porn. This week I spent $1,000 I didn't have. This week I cheated on a test. This week I yelled at somebody for so much I made them cry, and I didn't even apologize, right? Like, taking that, ripping off the Band-Aid and shedding light on it, you'll actually see how much it shrinks. For you, that was the reason that God hates you and why everybody should hate you and why you should go hide in your room. Suddenly you open it up and you share it with people and you realize that other people struggle with that. They'll give you perspective on it. They'll tell you how much God loves you and give you forgiveness, help you to walk with you in it. And suddenly this giant thing that was wrecking your life isn't so big. Next is the gospel brings pardon to our examination. God knows the worst about you and still loves you. He does not deal with us according to our sins, Psalm 103. And he promises that if we confess our sins, he will forgive us and cleanse us. Only when we are secure in the love of God for us in Christ, we are empowered for self-examination that is humble, confident, and fruitful. That's absolutely true. One of the reasons that self-hatred happens is because we don't think we are either worthy of love or that anybody loves us. Live in the Bible, live in God, recognize that you're not held guilty. Jesus loves you, God loves you, you are clean before him, you are cleansed. That really helps because you don't have to feel horrible because you are forgiven, right? A lot of times what'll happen is you'll have crap in your life from a long time ago. Right? Stuff you did in high school, stuff you did in, when you were, to a previous relationship, stuff from a long time ago. And you will just sit in that pain and you will just continuously beat yourself up with it. It's like you reach back into the past and grab a hammer to smack yourself with it. The light of the gospel, this pardon says that's in the past, that's been forgiven, that's been dealt with. That's something that you don't need to feel crappy about anymore. Unless what the conviction is basically to say, you have not dealt with that. And God's like, let's go deal with that. And then you ask forgiveness or you make it right or whatever. And then it's done. You're done. You don't have to worry about that anymore. The gospel brings perception to our examination. The most important things we need to know about ourselves are not found by looking inward, but by looking to Christ. In his death and resurrection, our identity comes into focus. We see how precious and honored we are in God's sight, the seriousness of our sin, the glory of our new identity, and the future we have in Christ. That's really important. Knowing who you are in Jesus and what eternity is going to look like, it really does change your whole perception. If you want a really good a book to read on this, I recommend Pilgrim's Progress, because this is exactly what Christian goes through the whole time. He walk, and then all of a sudden he hits like the slough of despond, and he's not sure about himself, and he's not sure about salvation, he's not sure about anything, and then he has to get pulled out by the evangelist or by an angel, can't remember, I think evangelist, and then like all the way along you see self-doubt, and you see doubt in Christ, and you see worry about whether or not he's good enough, and you see guilt and fear and shame and doubt and anxiety, and all these things are present in that book. And how he deals with it, and the way that he gets out of Doubting Castle, and how he avoids getting beat up by the giant despair. Like all these things that are in there, they are very true to what's happening in our life today. I really do recommend everybody read Pilgrim's Progress. It is such a critical thing to be able to understand what you're going through is not new. It is very established, and every Christian faces it. All right. The gospel brings power to our examination. Grace transforms examination from a tyrant and a burden into a means of faith, love, and hope. Self-examination doesn't have to be buckets of water thrown into the fires of our faith. It can be fuel. We can see where God is at work in us, and we can move forward with the confidence of knowing that he who began a good work in us will bring it to completion. Right? what that means essentially is that sitting there and eating ashes, feeling crappy about yourself, right? Gets you nowhere. But if you live in grace, understand God, follow Jesus, read the Bible, be in worship, talk to, meaningful counselors, etc., suddenly that stuff that you've been doing and the stuff that you don't like inside of you and that darkness, you can do something about it, right? Because you're like, oh, I see that something in there, but I have hope because God is on my side. The Holy Spirit is within me. I have a community. I have people that love me. I'm not worthless. God has given me a gift. I have people that can help me. The Spirit is on my side. I can work on that, as opposed to this is what disqualifies me from anybody loving me. It is, I am so loved that this thing here can be dealt with, whatever it is. That's the power of doing this. Is the gospel informing your self-reflection? Always look up before looking in. Never leave the foot of the cross. Welcome to the sunlight and watch this darkness scatter. The institution of this thought is very much, it came from me saying, I really think you need to examine your stream, from the outside, from the viewer's perspective, you need to be able to how am I framed, and is everything big enough, and does it overlap, and is it pleasant, right? That's where it came from. But it led into this idea of how doing that, looking at yourself from other people's eyes or looking inward at yourself, can be so destructive, so dangerous, right? I'm sure there are people out there that are creators who look at their stuff and be like, this is why I shouldn't stream. My stuff sucks. My visions, my alerts are terrible, and my content is terrible, my music is terrible, and my recording is terrible. Everything's terrible. I shouldn't do this. And what this is saying is, practically speaking, is that you are loved, you are valuable, you have good things, and that if you get caught in that negative cycle, it's going to destroy your creativity, destroy your relationships, destroy your faith, destroy your ability to be, positive and feel loved. So self-examination is important, and examination of what you're doing is important, but always within the lens of the love of God, the gospel itself, the grace that you have, and how much Jesus loves you. Always keep that in the forefront. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Dragon says, it popped in and just in time. Being part of this community is how I'm trying to stay close to God. That's why I support you, Christian Ninja, and the kinds of conversations yesterday. This community is great. Stay positive and in the world, and stay in the world. No, and stay in the word. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's kind of, to me, that one of the coolest things about being me is that I've been through a lot, and I get to use all of that every day on stream. My love for tech, my desire to teach, my heart for counseling, my enjoyment of community building, leadership development, helping people who love what I love to get better at it. Like, I get to do all the things I love to do because I've got this multifaceted, what used to be really weird, I don't know why God built me this way, makes sense today because of what I'm doing today. It's absolutely amazing that God would call me to this, and I get to be part of your guys' life is incredible. Like, it's incredible. The idea that anybody would listen to me is incredible enough, but the fact that, a community of people are gathering around and supporting each other because we're all part of it, very, very cool. Thank you, DragonDaddyBear. I really appreciate you. Pibble says, a recent thought I've had was, I would totally hang out with myself. My friends don't have to be perfect. That's a good thought. I like that. That's really cool. I would totally hang out with myself. My friends don't have to be perfect. The thought surprised me because I used to often had the thought, I don't like me. Why would anybody else? Taking in good content, outside resource does change inward environment. Absolutely, Pibble. You're absolutely right. Yeah. I mean, depression tells us that we're a poison to others, right? In truth, we have value to others, and other people like being around us. Not everybody. Obviously, there's some people that are just not part of our vibe, and there are other people that are just jerks, but there are people that care about you. There are, right? I like seeing your name in chat. Like, this is going to sound dumb, and you're gonna be like, yeah, you're supposed to say that. But legitimately, when I see like your name come up in chat, like I see Jones, I see Dragon Daddy, see Lidegate, see Everkillian, see Sis Pineapple, see, like when I see your names come through, my heart is full because I love you guys being here. It's meaningful to me. You add to my life in such a positive way. I'm very thankful for you. At no point have I ever thought you know, I wish Dragon would just go away. Like, no, I always think that's cool. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate your addition to the stuff. I'm thankful for who you are, the uniqueness that God made you, and the perspective that you have. It's different than everybody else, and I'm very thankful that you're here. That's what I think, right? You might be thinking, oh, that was a silly thing to send. Like, but no. I'm not saying. One of you, only one of you, and you have to fight it out between you. I had a hard time sharing my faith because of the negative inward reflection. I only saw how I'm hurting the brand of Christianity. I'm just recently helping about it. I have to admit, I apologize and let God handle the rest. Yeah, and that's it, right? I think one of the things that, and I said it before, is that we end up really, really overthinking how important we are and how much influence we actually have. Your job isn't to share the entirety of Christianity, to preach the entire Bible and explain every single part of apologetics. Just share your story from your perspective and what you know, and that's it, right? It's okay. It's all you're responsible for, right? Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm going to pray and close this in prayer, and then we're going to jump into the question of the day, and it's a big one. I'm gonna give you guys, I'm gonna let you guys see it so that you guys can start thinking about it. And that is, what do you like about yourself? What do you most like about yourself? What's your favorite thing about being you? That's what we're gonna talk about. Let me pray. God, thank you for your love. Thank you for this day, and thank you for making us valuable. Thank you for valuing us. If we had done nothing, we were still valuable because we were made in your image. The fact that we are able to do anything is because of your grace. The fact that we are saved, whoever is here is saved, is because you loved us so much. You died for us. You predestined us before the beginning of time. You're amazing and so gracious to us. I pray that anybody who's listening to the negative thinking and stuck in that negative pattern would be broken out of it by a new understanding of your love for them, people's love for them, their value to others. And that they would understand how much you care, like, so deeply for them, and that they would be able to return that care and come out of that darkness to be able to share it with others, and how they got out and how you took them out. You're very good to us, and we're just thankful that you are light, because we live in a very dark place. Our world wants us to be in the dark, and you keep fighting for us, and you keep bringing us out. In Jesus' name, amen.
The question of the day.
All right, I'm gonna sit down. Question of the day today. What do you like most about yourself? What's the best thing about you? Best thing about being you? The dragon battle to the death for who gets to stay in chat. I think there's a lot of things about me that I think are so different than others, and so weird when it comes to compared to others. Like, I think one of the weirdest, coolest things about me is my childlikeness, and I like that I like cartoons. And I like that I can, be silly. I like that, like, I can goof around with my kids and kind of enter into their world and just be silly. I don't take myself too serious. One of my mottos in life is take serious things seriously and take not serious things not seriously. That's literally, I've quoted that for forever. And that's literally one of my mottos. Take serious things seriously, but take not serious things not seriously, right? It is. I really like being able to, like, be goofy, to know goofy stuff, to be silly, to laugh along, to there are lots of preachers, I think, out there that would have a really hard time dyeing their beard purple. I don't even care, man. I love it. I think it's great. I think it looks cool. I'm okay with that because I don't take myself too seriously. I take my reputation seriously. I'll tell you a story about that in a minute. People says, what I like most about myself is how sensitive and caring I am. What I dislike the most is how sensitive and caring I am because it leads to hurt. I feel that. I mean, as someone who like closed off my emotions for a long time because of pain and because of bullying, one of the hardest things about coming back and actually being able to care about things and people and being empathetic and whatnot has been that it hurts. I hurt on behalf of people, and I didn't have that problem back when I didn't have feelings, right? Now, yeah, it's a double-edged sword for sure. For sure. Joan says, not much, bummer, but right now, in my head, I keep hearing biblical discernment, maybe general discernment. That's helpful. Like I lack it. I think for me, my dad has a gift of discernment. He's like God's radar, God's Geiger counter, where if he's sitting in a room and something's going hanky, he's like, what's going on here? And he's able to like pull out what's going on. That's kind of his thing, discernment. I'm just sort of it'll work out, or nothing ever works out. Like I don't think I have that gift. I just like, what does the Bible say? Okay, I'm gonna go with that because that's all I know. I don't have that feeling. But yeah, discernment. I need people with discernment around me that can be like, you shouldn't do that, or we should go this way. And I'm like, I never thought about that because it never occurred to me. Like I know that's why I have to get the discernment. Ransom says, I'm constitutionally unable to take myself too seriously. Good. That's good. See, I like that. It helps you, keeps you from getting hurt because you're like, yeah, okay, I am a goof. Or yeah, okay. And I'm not perfect. I'm okay with that. It's a good thing. The downside is and this is what happens to me, is that I like being funny and I like being silly and I like telling a joke or whatever, using a double entendre or whatever. And because I do it so often, or I do it in a group and I end up being the class clown, or I end up being the clown among pastors. When I do want to get serious, sometimes I've shot myself in the foot because everybody thinks what I'm saying is just silly. And I'm like, no, I'm being serious this time, which is why I tend to have a different tone. It's I've learned that I can be silly with whatever tone, and then when I'm gonna be serious, like it gets I sound different, things come down a little bit more and things get a little bit more serious, and then at least it kind of hopefully balances out. Lightgate says, empathy? Oh, I'm too serious sometimes, and that's my problem. That's not what I asked you, Dragon. The question was not what don't I like about myself. The question is, what do you like best about yourself, Dragon? What's your favorite thing about yourself? Okay? And no pooping on yourself. What's your favorite thing about yourself? Lightgate says empathy, but desire to do advise the right. There's so much I don't like about me. But empathy, but desire to do advise the right. The right? I'm going to need you to retype that. I understand empathy, but I don't really get the rest of it, Lightgate. Desire to do or advise people, just people to go, desiring people to go do the right thing. Is that what you mean? That's a bummer though, Lightgate, because I think you're really cool. I really like you. You got a good heart. Ransom said, but the thing I really like about myself is my patience. It's hard to get worked up about unnecessary things when you put up with nearly anything. I think you and me have a similar thing. I just say I have big shoulders, right? I can take a lot and I don't crack because God has given me big shoulders. It helps a lot of people, but boy, when I crack, it sure is a big deal. And probably with you the same thing, right, Ransom? When it finally does get under your skin, it's pretty serious. Hurts a lot. Alex says, what I like most about myself is that how much I give love to the world and being very helpful. What I dislike about myself is that when I get depressed, I feel lonely most of the time. That's all I go through. Yeah. It's so funny how many people, and I knew this was going to happen, but isn't it interesting how many people can't have a hard time saying what they like about themselves without balancing it with something bad, right? Because the question was simply, what do you like about yourself? What's your favorite thing about yourself, right? And it's like there's this instinct to go, but also I'm terrible, and here's all the ways that I'm bad. Like it's that's what we were talking about, that self-reflection that causes you to beat yourself down a little bit, and that you can't even say the best thing about yourself and what you like about yourself without balancing it out with something negative. Not a criticism, because everybody's doing it. I get it. There's so many people that are doing it, but can you just say something nice about yourself without the caveat. Practice that. See if you can do that. Type that into chat right now. This is a positive thing about me. Don't write anything else. Can you do it? Write the right thing. Okay. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. We need discernment, people. River says, on my mom's 40th birthday, my dad read her eulogy from the pulpit. She was standing in the back of the room with daggers flying at him. No one in the church knew what was going on, as I was small enough town that everyone knew everyone and knew no one had died recently. Weird, crazy, kooky pastors. I read her eulogy and didn't tell her. That's the cardinal. You're not supposed to do that. You can use your kids and your families as an example if you ask them first. That's funny. Good way to get kicked under the table during the potluck. Lizzie says, I am too serious almost 100% of the time, but I do like that I can be goofy too, which is sometimes takes people by surprise because I don't show that side of me at all. That's always fun when you get the serious person that you realize that deep down there's a lot of goof in there. You just have to chip away at the outside for a little bit. People like you are fun. I like people like you because you're serious in a meeting and you're serious in doing stuff and you take things seriously and you do things properly and whatever. But then you get in that right environment and you get that right mood and you realize that person really does have a lot of goofiness. I think I can resonate with that. I like people like you. So yeah, your weirdness, River? Yeah. That's cool. I'm trying to think about what I like best. It's just hard choices, but it's probably good. I'm thinking, yeah, well, just come up with something, man. Yeah. Again, not sure for how long. Hi, Pineapple. Oh, no, Pineapple's coming in and out. That's too bad. Gabriel says, Godson, my sense of humor. And when other people don't like that, it makes me like it more. I like that. Listen, I think I'm hilarious, and that's your problem if you don't think so. So there. Yep, I get that. Dread Saber X says, I'm just glad I can still see movement while I can't read street signs with driving glasses. Are you... Maybe you should get your eyes checked, dude. Or give up your road. Man, I don't want you to running over any of the blurry trees that you see in front of you. Like he says, I can feel deeply and empathetically, which can be dangerous. Some things are understandable but still wrong. So I like that I can mostly empathize while keeping in mind that the right thing might not be palatable. Well, it's because you're smart, right? You've got brains. It's like I get the feeling thing. The feeling is really helpful, and I can empathize, and it motivates me to do something. But because you have brains, right? You're like, okay, but I need to evaluate this from a logical, critical perspective. I can't just go by my feelings. So that's a good balance. That's a good balance. But you're right, it can be dangerous, especially if it overwhelms you to the point where you feel paralyzed because you want to do something and you feel like you should be able to do something, but you can't. Then all of a sudden you feel like you're a sense of responsibility to solve a problem you can't solve. That can be painful. Lady Gun said, this is a positive thing about me. What? You sipping some boba? What? What? Positive thing, I'm a good engineer. Ties hands to chair to prevent further typing. Yeah, exactly. It's hard. A lot of people, especially I think some conservative Christians or people that grew up in conservative places, bragging on yourself or talking about positive things about yourself or who God created you to be in a positive way, you always seem to be like, well, now I'm an arrogant jerk. You're like, no, you can say like, actually, I'm pretty good at that and be okay with that. And it's not wrong. It's not arrogant. It's not prideful. It's just, you're like, yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm good at that. It's okay. But we always feel like we need to balance it out because other people are going to be like, man, you're just such a arrogant jerk. No, most people won't. They're just, and anybody who does is a jerk. So don't worry about them. Dragon says, my willingness to travel, knowing more than willing, there's more eagerness to travel. Are you going to be able to, Dragon? Like, is there any future plans, abilities, something that you could actually do to travel? Like, is there anywhere you can go? Do you have a car that you can sit in and with your little spine rods and things like that and actually get places? Or is it going to be really hard for a while? Did you notice I didn't put a caveat? Yes, I did. Although you kind of did. I can feel deeply and empathetically, which can be dangerous, right? So there's you snuck a little one in there, but I allowed it. I'll allow it this time. Oh, you said the type. Thank you, Lady Gun. I appreciate that. Okay. Point taken. All right, people, I like my humility. I'm probably like the most humblest person that ever lived. Yeah, right, eh? You and I should have a humble competition. What we'll do is we'll have a humble fight, and whoever comes out to be the most humble gets to the humble button that we get to wear everywhere to show everybody how humble we are. Okay? We get a little trophy. We can show everybody. Yeah. It is funny that you know, Moses wrote the Pentateuch, and somewhere in there it's like, and Moses was the most humble person to have ever lived in the history of ever, right? Like, did he write that? I'll tell you what, it's man, you guys have been awesome today. I've really enjoyed chatting with you guys. It's so fun to sit here and talk through just so many important, good, wonderful things. Thank you for engaging in the conversation, for being part of the Devo and whatnot. It's pretty cool of you. Dragon says, after this recovery is done and now my dad is good enough to be in his own or maybe travel with me, then yes, we have many plans to go traveling to many places. California, visit the Yosemite National Park, Yellowstone, Grand Canyon, just to go. Destination doesn't matter, about the journey. Oh, that's cool, man. I'm glad you and your dad are making plans, because I know that, you know, between two people that with serious health issues, you know, it'd be really easy to go, we'll never go anywhere. It's all going to be bad. But to be able to go, one of these days we're getting out there. That's pretty cool, man. That's really positive. Samus says, I'm really good at taking unrelated bits of info to combine to improve stuff. That's cool. Chaos thinking. Is that what they, chaos theory thinking, where you can grab a bunch of different random stuff and you figure out the way that they fit together? That's pretty cool. Can you give me, I know this is a terrible question, but can you give me an example of a time or something that you did where you had a bunch of like you saw a bunch of things that other people didn't see and you tied them together Sherlock Holmes style and went, though you can't see how these are tied together, I do, and here's how. Can you give an example? Yeah, well, that's it, right? Because you're all over the map, and you know, and eventually if you get that, you know, that GIF with like the math things flying past you, right? If that ever clicks. Yeah, I knew it was going to be hard, because you know you did it. You're just coming up with an example. But if you have one, that'd be great. So we're planning that one day we'll travel, maybe not like we used to, but yeah, that's cool, man. I like that. Very cool. Yeah, travel in a different way. There's nothing wrong with that. You're absolutely right. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. This is usually the time at which we switch over to playing something. I'm going to make sure that I try to remember to do this, and that is every stream is an AMA, okay? Every stream is an AMA. All you have to do is ask anything about me, about life, Bible, counseling stuff, whatever. It doesn't matter. AMA, ask me anything. And I'm more than happy to chat through whatever. If I can help, I'll try to help. If not, we can try to work it out together. And then we'll, you know, I just want to make sure that you know that this is an opportunity to do that before we jump into the game. Lurk, thank you, Tam. Oh, you missed a good part. Aw, that's too bad. Well, it's okay. It'll be up on YouTube, or you can, yeah, anything. Literally to knowledge. Yeah, I like answering questions. Ligate, no. The last 3-4 days here, no. I have been, you know, it's been, no. I want to, and I feel a motivation to do it. Like I really, it's been like I'll go to do it, or I'll want to do it, or I'll have it in my mind to do, and it'll just, the timing won't work, or somebody will need me, or I'll have to do something upstairs and responsibility or whatever. Like it just, I'm like, I want to do it, and I just can't. It just hasn't happened. No, I shouldn't say can't. I'm sure if I tried hard enough, it would be able to happen, but no, not for the last 4 or 5 days here. No. Thank you for asking. Keep asking. Yes, anything, Denali, yes. Dragon said that this is also part of the reason I'm trying to collect audiobooks. Oh, cool. Smart. That's cool. I like that. That's really cool. Yeah, I really feel good when I do it, and I want to lift and whatnot. Like, I know it's only 30 minutes. That's the thing. It's only 30 minutes at most. It's like, if I'm there and I do 30 minutes of exercise, that's all I'm supposed to do. It's okay. That doctor like, do that every day. It's fine. Like, No, but for some reason, finding the ability to do it. How do you get people to watch your YouTube content without using clickbait titles? Well, for one, you got to get over the fact that clickbait titles are bad, right? So what you're trying to do when it comes to clickbait is you don't lie, okay? Don't lie, but recognize that people aren't going to click on something that's just factual, right? There's a big difference between like if you look at my title on my stream right now, it's what do you dislike most about yourself, right? And that is that I've learned that if I put a question up front like that, I get a lot more people in. But if I said devotional on Romans 1:12, self-reflection, nobody's coming. It's accurate. It's just it's like what I'm doing. But if I can use something that whets the appetite a little bit with that question, it absolutely matters. So get over the fact that clickbait is bad unless you're lying, right? Lying is bad. What you're doing though is you're trying to make sure that you're showing the value or the end result, the goal of your video. At the end of this video, you will know this, have this, be more informed about this, be excited about this, whatever it is. That you have to be able to whet their appetite. And you also the other thing that I've noticed about shorts or videos and stuff like that is you have to make sure that you work with what the system is, right? So for example, don't release a short unless you have closed captioning on it. If you're wondering why your shorts aren't working, probably because they don't have closed captioning on them. You'll get 5 times more views if you just put closed captioning on. And there's a free service out there that'll do it for you. It doesn't even take that long, right? It's just you have to work within what people are doing out there. Now, I personally, like if you look at my YouTube channel, it's just VODs. And so because that's all I can do right now. Someday, by God's grace, there will be a video editor in my life that'll be able to turn all my ramblings into something valuable. But that's all I can do. But my YouTube, my shorts, I can get, 1,000 to 3,000 views on them through YouTube Shorts. And I've just learned that you gotta play the game a little bit. I think 30. Well, that's if you do a 30 book series and your dad's not really into it, then yeah, that's gonna be rough. Okay, we're gonna listen to this book series for the next 10 weeks. Deal with it. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a little break. It is now 1:30, usually where I take a little break, and then we're gonna come back. I'm gonna jump into the game. We're gonna do what we did yesterday, which was a lot of fun. I thought it was fun. We're gonna do some Genshin dailies, maybe have a little adventure, see something funny in there. Then we're gonna jump into Scarlet Nexus. I played a lot of Scarlet Nexus yesterday because it was really getting serious. I don't know if you guys were around when all of a sudden the sister turned into a monster. That was really something. It was like super dramatic. So I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes, because it is what I thought it was going to be, where when they were given hints, and that's the big corporation is working with the government or whatever to create a secret formula that is causing we don't know what, but all of a sudden my sister turned into a giant scary potted plant clock monster, and it was terrifying. And so that's what we're doing right now. We're gonna go figure that out, but we got to do some Genshin dailies first. So I will be back in 10. As I've said many times before, this is a great time for you to check out my YouTube, go to coffee. You guys know that I'm right now I'm deeply in need of some more monthly subscribers, especially some big supporters like churches, ministries, some big dudes who'd be willing to take me on for a year kind of thing. Go, I believe in you. Here's the rest. My goal right now, I need $30,000 by the end of the year. And we're only about a third of the way to monthly goal. So that'd be really helpful. And the other thing is, if you like what was going on and you enjoyed the Devo and it was meaningful to you, contact a friend, tell some folks and say, listen, come by. Christian Ninja is interesting enough to listen to, at least for the Devo part. That would be really cool of you. I will be back very soon, but I will leave you with a pause screen. Make sure you check out those coffee names, because everybody gets listed. Who I promised would get listed. Okay, see you in a little bit. Hello, how are you? How was your, did you have lunch? Here's my lunch. We're out of food today, so we have no food. I get 4 pieces of cheese for lunch. And we had no food for dinner. We'll see how it goes today. So I'm going to, I had an interesting experience today that I thought you guys might be interested in knowing about. So I'll tell you, I was invited to be part of a gaming squad for tonight. I was going to be on someone's stream, and they invited me to play a game, and I went, sure, that sounds fun. I can do stuff that evening. It's not out of the way. I want to support other streamers, etc., etc. And then I went and looked what the game is, and it's a game where you have to lie. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to lie. I don't like it. In my opinion, whoa, hello. In my opinion, my whole existence is all about, telling the truth, building a good reputation, having good character, and letting people know when I speak, I mean what I say, and I say what I mean, and I'm trying to do my best to let people know. So they offered me a game where I have to lie, manipulate, and
Divination
accuse
is
people.
about precisely foretelling one's written destiny.
So I'm like, hi, guys, I can't. So I literally sent an email, sent them a message today saying I can't join you in that game. It works against everything I believe in. And the guy had already spent the money to buy me the game, which it wasn't a ton of money, but I'm like, I wonder if I can return it. So I figured out how to return it. It was actually Project Winter, which is apparently Among Us, but like in the wintertime, I guess. I don't know. So nothing for it. You have to admit there's a lot of dense foods over the last couple of days. Have you really? Good old dense foods. Gotta love those. Today I woke up and I had a water, a smoothie, and a protein drink because there was one left over in. It's been there for like 6 months. I go, well, nobody's gonna drink this. I will.
Oh.
But yeah, we're what's that? I'm just gonna read this if you don't mind. So yeah, hi Wow, it's good to see you. How are you? We're gonna skip what we want to try, but we can't. Yeah, exactly. Dragons. I'm back for 10 minutes. Thank you. I'm checking out. I don't know what this is, so I'm gonna read it and figure out what it is. Hopefully y'all are Genshin nerds like me. I know some of you aren't, and that's okay. Nobody's perfect, but I'm doing my best to at least make it interesting and follow the stories, right? You could try it as a villain RP. Nah, that's the thing, right? I can't. I literally, if it's a game where I have to lie, no. Hi, Tam. Good to see you. Hey, friend. It's been a while. Have your travels been? I just finished taking some of the huge machines apart, and I started resting my camp when I realized that today's my birthday. Since I'm not familiar with anyone else in the world, I guess you're the only one who can wish me a happy birthday. By the way, I just found a new job as an adventurer with the Adventurers Guild. I was only given a few trivial tasks at first, but after seeing me disassemble the 3 ruin guards right before their eyes, they seem to have recognized my skills and begin to trust me with more interesting commissions. Haha, my bows and arrows speak for themselves. Oh, I collected quite a lot of mechanical parts from the Flying Ruin Hunter. These are for you. Let's talk about these next time we meet. Who's that from? Alloy. I wish I remembered who that was. Each character has a birthday. Yeah, and they send a travel. Yeah, that I knew, but I don't know. I don't know what to do about. Okay, I'm sure that'll come in handy. This is
embellishing that fate only leads to misconception.
As they say, this is a tool that we will use later, right? That's the line from the Mickey Mouse Club. Or Mickey Mouse something. Okay. What we're gonna do dailies, and we're gonna go build some reputation. And she's from Horizon. Oh, is she in the desert? Is it the desert people? Let's go talk to Anthony. Anthony. Good old Anthony. Oh, hey, he's in town. He's like right there. Okay. Let's see where Anthony is. Although I'm not sure who's on my team. I got Barbara, Amber, Razor, and Mona. Why do I have those guys on my team right now? That sounds like a terrible team. Wait, Horizon Zero Dawn? Wait, no, what? Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Well, hello. Now your shoes are all wet. Deal with it. Oh, that's so fun. I love that. That's really cool. Horizon Zero Dawn is one of the games that I wish I could play. It's so over and nobody wants to watch it anymore, but it just looks like such a really pretty, beautiful, amazing game. That's so cool. I love that. That's neat. I like that. I like crossover stuff. How's Anna doing? Oh, this is the continuing saga of the lady who has a cough. We're trying to figure out how to solve her cough problem. They have been having a series of adventures, whether they're getting lost or getting in trouble or getting attacked or trying to get some medicine from far away. None of it's working. I'm hoping that we can help Anna this time. Oh, it's you. Well, it might sound hard to believe, but Anna says that she's been feeling much better. Perhaps that doctor's prescription is really working. I can scarcely believe it myself. Well, regardless of whether it's true or not, it's best to keep going. The prescription this time is, could you help me find thick condensate of hydro slime? Don't worry, this one might be edible. She's no longer available? Oh, that's so funny. Wait, what is this? Amber.top avatar alloy. Oh, that's wild. That's crazy. That's cool. Man, I'm gonna have to go. I wish I could see that, because at least I would be able to recognize the character. How do you know that? Have you ever tried it before? Why aren't you saying anything? Whatever, hydro slime should be quite easy to find. I have asked around and others said that you can get thick condensate by defeating large slimes. I've heard Jack say that you can lure large slimes out by constantly defeating smaller ones. I don't have that kind of combat skill, so let's go! I probably have some. Here you go. Not yet, no. Oh, I don't have any! Okay, let's go. I almost always have the thing they're asking for. 99 times out of 100. I liked Horizon, saw the playthrough of the second one. There's a new DLC out, and it looks pretty cool. I would like to play it, but you literally have to have a PS4 in order to play it. So I don't have one of those, so I can't play it.
Divination is about precisely foretelling one's written destiny.
And also making stuff up as you go along. Traveling team, hammer team, fighting. Oh, is my fighting team, my hammer team identical? Yep, that's who we're gonna go with. Deploy. So, all girls and Razor. Let's go. Actually pretty good. More complicated than the first game. Is it harder? It looked like it could be hard because of all the accuracy in the bow and arrow stuff, but... She's best cryo battery in the game. A lot of particles. Oh, wow, that's cool. I'm gonna figure this out. Don't worry. Hold on. There we go. Where am I supposed to go? This way. Last of Us and Final Fantasy. Oh, there you go. Last of Us is on my nope list. Yeah, me too. I'm not playing Last of Us. You can forget that. Don't need to, don't want to. I love movies. I really do.
Bet you can't keep up with
It's
me.
like my favorite thing. All right, hydro slimes. Here we go. Hi there, boys. Give me a sec. Hold on. Don't stop hitting me.
Hey!
Fine.
You can't run.
I was trying to be nice. Okay, there we go. Where's the hydro slime? I really like shooting these things. They're so fun. I got it. That was easy. I almost died. I better go over there and get some health juice. I just realized I didn't actually walk up the hill. I'm 45, if that helps. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting Baron Bunny. I don't know, he's just not instinctually on my mind because he's such a I've never really used him in combat, but when he works, he works. Yeah, he taught. Yeah, that I know. And so does, I did it again. I went to here and I didn't get fixed. Fix me, game. Thank you. Jeepers creepers. I need to actually, I think I have a bunch of talents I can increase. Right, you put Baron Bunny down, and then you back up and you can just shoot people while they're staring at him. You're not that old, Tam. I saw a picture of you. You don't look that old. All right, I'll have piece of cheese in honor of Tam's food. Well, your beard, right? That's the issue. Got that big beard. Oh. Can you really make this medicine? I'll try it myself once it's done. If anything happens to me, please take Anna and place her in the care of Sister Grace. Tell her that I've gone to work somewhere far abroad. That is my final request. Oh, dude. So he's going to try the medicine first and see if he dies. What a guy. Bye-bye. Thank you, Dragon. Daddy Bear. Hey. You're giving yourself a scare. But this medicine does look scary. Whatever the case. Take this first. And remember what I said. Is he going to die? Are we going to kill Anthony? I think we may have just killed Anthony. That could be a problem. Yeah, that's... Here you go, buddy. Try this. Okay. I really do hope he doesn't... I hope he doesn't die. It'll be my fault, and then I'm going to be in trouble. Okay, I actually have talent juices that I could be using. So, let's go. This is already max level. Max. Can't change this until I get to Ascension 4, which... Can I get there yet? Hold on a second. 1 second before I do anything. Attributes, level up. I'm not ascended yet. I'm not going to get... As much as I like Amber, she's already very, very, very leveled up. So let's give her more talents. Normal attack, sharpshooter 3. Performs 5 consecutive shots with a bow. Charge attack gives an aim shot. This is what I use all the time. So let's level this bad boy up. I can't. Oh no. I can craft books. And I can craft an arrowhead. Okay. Does anybody else need talents? Can I do your talent? I can. Okay, so that... Wait, what? This is Guide to Resistance. Character talent material. Why couldn't I do Amber? Guide to... Oh, they're different books. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, good to know. The writing and acting in a lot of modern movie games isn't really up to the quality of good movies yet. I don't know. I'm so impressed with how good the voice acting has improved. Like, remember, you know, like if you go back to Astro Boy and some of the old animes and cartoons, the acting's pretty brutal. Not counting, you know, Bugs Bunny and whatnot. But truly, it's pretty awful. Like, some of it was really... But these days, it's so good. I don't know why anybody watches subs when there's so many good dubs out there. Okay, this is cool. Who can I... So I can't give her any. But I can give some to him, and I can give some to her.
This is the police. Put your hands up.
Okay, they're up. Now what? Well, how much, what was the last movie you watched, Wywas? Talents. Normal attack. Spear. Level up. I don't have enough of these. I can go smack some Fatuis around if I want them, though. Okay, we're going to increase... I guess Razor's the only guy we can do. Let's hit him with Claw and Thunder. Lightning Fang. Ooh, I can increase his Lightning Fang thing. Yes, that. Yeah, that's the one I like. I use it a lot. Hold. Oh, this is actually one I use a lot too. Yep, we're gonna use that one. Level that baby up. Boom. Main reason some watch subs over dubs is translation is always right. I know, but that to me, that's the one thing I like River is that they kind of like make it easier for me to understand, or like kind of they delocalize it to the point where at least it's not. I don't have to know everything. They just kind of help a little bit. Although that being said, you know, when back in the day when it was like Dragon Ball Z, where they were holding like clearly they're holding a rice bun or whatever, like one of those rice triangles, and it's like this sandwich. And I'm like, come, it's not. It's okay. We can understand it's a rice ball. We can wrap our head around the Japanese concept of a ball of rice. Telltale games, Life is Strange. I saw Telltale. I like the Telltale games. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. All right, we need to level up Amber because she's a good girl who needs leveling. Level 3. If I go up, does he get more levels? I need to make a guide to freedom. Let's go see if I actually have the ingredients to do that. Guide to freedom. I got one. I can take these books and turn it into one of them. Let's go. And then if I change to Layla, what do I get from Layla? When Layla crafts a character talent material, she has 10% chance to receive double the product. Gasp. I actually have a character that means something. Walking Dead with Clem. Oh, did you really? That's cool. I never played The Walking Dead. I played the Batman ones, and they were so fun. Yeah, and they made Minecraft story mode. Yeah. I hear it was really hard to work at Telltale, though. Right? Reason I watch sub is because there is no dub. Yeah, I actually will be the opposite. I won't watch if there's no dub. Bye, Lightgate. Thank you for coming. I hope you have a good evening. Okay, let's craft this bad boy and see if I can get double. Confirm. 1. Yeah, 10% chance. RNG actually hates my guts. Just so you know, it's actually a problem for me. For whatever reason, I know random numbers can't actually hate me, but they do. All right. Oh, I need more. Oh, jeepers! I'm not even close to getting enough. Okay, forget it. You get no upgrades, my dear. I can level her up a bunch. Okay. The jade screen is kind of cool. What's Star Shatter? Gathering a great number of gems, and one scatters them all at once, spending. Yes, I like that one. Oh, she used to be level phase 3. And I'm pretty sure they got accused of doing really horrible stuff to their employees. Not horrible, like just being really awful. So I'm guessing that's probably a reason why they don't exist anymore. Although someone's trying to take up the torch. There is somebody who's trying to make Telltale games again, I think. I remember from some news I saw somewhere. I can't ascend. Okay, we got to ascend this person. How do we do that? Do I have enough things? 1, 2, 3. I need flowers, and I got to go kill 1 million of these guys. Well, I guess not today. We'll just go do some adventuring, shall we? I try not to do the upgrades on stream because I know that's such a pain to watch. Like, literally killing the same guy 20 times. Can't imagine that's very fun. But at least we can do some story stuff. Thanks, Dragon. Did you watch the Batman ones, Wywos? All right. Let's see what we can do here. We're gonna try using our intelligence, our level of intelligence. Bye. Ow!
I'll race you there.
Boom. Darn, I didn't get fully charged. You know what?
No
Fine,
one
take
escapes my
this.
sights.
If I have to be all fancy, I will. See, the newer levels, he can blow it out, which is super annoying. Notice how he shakes his shield and literally, like, gets rid of stuff?
Lights out.
Feel the beat. Amp it up.
Gentlemen. That is not a good weapon. It's just not nearly as good. This one really hits hard. See? Look at that. Huge amount of damage. Ah, crud crackers. I walked into that. So funny.
No escape.
That's helpful. Bear and Bunny for the win. I should use him more often. I wish somebody would have told me to use him. That's a quick meeting. If you want it harder with Amber, use Rosaria Burst. Then swap to Amber. Use Bear and Bunny to taunt. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, yes. Okay, I'm going to do that. That's going to be the plan for next time I fight. We're going to use Rosaria. She's going to do her burst. I'm going to switch to Amber. No, Bear and Bunny first, I think, is the way to go. Right? Yeah, Telltale will be gone for a while, but again, Batman was awesome. Oh, man, Batman was so good. Maybe we should play it again. It was so good. Which one is the credit story? Clementine. Oh. Yeah, I really like Batman. Sorry, I'm super lost right now. I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, back to adventuring. We're gonna try the suggestion of the inevitable. I think the word is inevitable. DragonDaddyBear. He will show me. He has brought me much knowledge, so I can't see why it wouldn't be good. Oh, that's so funny. I'm dead. Literally, actually dead. We should probably go charge up. Apply crowd then pyro. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. That's why that team is set up that way. Reverse melt. What did you just quote? Isaiah 1:5. Will you be struck down? Will you continue to rebel? The whole head is sick, the whole heart faint. That is a good, wow, that really applies. Minecraft, can you buy Minecraft story mode in, on computer, or do you have to watch it on Netflix? Because you have to watch it on Netflix, I can't do it. That was super applicable. I love that. Okay, first things first, we're gonna do Rosaria. And then we're gonna switch to Bear and Bunny. We're gonna do the thing. Don't worry, we got it. It's under control. Watch this, you're gonna love it. Who are we gonna hit? Let's hit that guy. And go!
Judgment! Get him!
Hit him! Wow, 5,000. That was pretty good.
I feel pretty. Yeah! I feel pretty.
Give me a second.
Judgment!
5,000 again. That's really good.
Told you I'd win.
3, and then do that. And do that. See, yeah, you gotta get it right. Try this again. 2, 1. Dang it. E, then 2, switch, fire. Yep. And then,
Yeah!
I don't think I need any help with these ones.
Pyrotechnics!
Hey, you can't hit these guys with flame. You gotta do this guy, because it's it'd be do overload. Yeah.
Go, Bear and Bunny! Judgment! Shiver! Hey, get him! Let it rain!
Is he shooting me? That guy was shooting me. How dare you, sir?
Yeah!
I like Superconduct. I don't know why. It just looks so much cooler. Oh my god. I want to play your account, Snoop, so bad. Translate it. So just so I can translate what he just said was, you're using your characters wrong, you big dummy. Just watch me do it for 5 minutes and you'll actually be able to play properly. Just that's what DragonDaddy is saying, okay? We all recognize this? But even playing Razor's hit E for 3k with overload, applying electro to an enemy with pyro, or explodes since enemies flying. Oh, it isn't as strong. Yeah, that's what yeah, exactly, right? You gotta get it right. Dang, I like that stuff. It's completely gone now. Oh, brutal. He tried to run. Okay, let's we'll keep doing our overloads. Oh, dude. Overload scales off the EM of a character, and it's annoying. There is no meta overload team at the moment. Oh, really? I'm just doing it entirely wrong then. I'm okay with that. I'm glad to learn. I really am. I really am. I want to do this better, and I want Amber to be happy. What's most important is her happiness to me. That actually, it was Batman. It was Telltale Batman that the E meme came from. Meta's overrated. I mean, I like building. Hey, Surf's Up, good to see you. I really like building my team, though. I like the idea of building my team so that it does like the most amount of damage or whatever. Like, that's what I want. I want to be able, when I do it, I want it to be something that is properly built for the style that I want to play. That's what I'm trying to do. It's just not easy because I end up you have to do everything in the right order, right? Like, it's not like you can just decide you're going to use all the characters however you feel like it. You have to do it in the right order, which is something I'm not quite practiced at yet. Because in my mind, it's drop down and hit everybody with Razor because he hits really hard, knocks everybody over. Then you switch to Amber and shoot him in the face. Or opposite, you do Amber, shoot him in the face from far away, and then you can go in there and you can do some damage.
Empty chest.
Get ready! I won't let you down!
Right in the middle of the bad guy. That was good.
Feel the beat!
Why is he wet? Like, why am I getting vaporized? He seems... Where's the wet coming from? Oh, headband. Sorry, I'm sorry. Yep. Oop, bop. I'm sorry. I remember that. I was in the middle of a fight. Makes sense. Just never feels worth it to me. You know what? Actually, can I push back on that a little bit? Because I have been like obsessing over. Oh, that is raining. Okay, that's why. Okay, yeah. Like, almost every 4-star. What they call rotations? Order matters. Yeah, they call it rotation. Okay. So what I was saying was that I'm sort of obsessed with artifacts. I can't help it. I really like the little boosts it gives, and I have been spending hours staring at artifacts and trying to like goose my characters a little bit and try to get them right. It's really hard. Like, I'll show you. It's actually pretty hard because when I do the artifacts, I want them to be right. I want pyro damage, obviously, but I don't know if that's better than attack damage. That's better than whatever. So I've actually got, like, if you look at her actual artifacts here, I've got crit rate and I've got elemental mastery. But on those, it's giving me more attack, more HP, and more. What am I thinking here? Right. I get more attack is I think what I'm doing, and crit rate's 21, crit damage is 33. It's not right, and I'm kind of upset with myself for not really knowing what to do because crit damage is here, but you know, and I figured that the best one for her would be the pyro. I don't know. It's so hard to do. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. It won't matter later. What won't matter? You literally said that artifacts are the only thing that matter later. I don't know. You'll be ready. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, I just like it.
Welcome to.
If I can make a character a little bit better because I can get the right math together, it appeals to me. I don't know. Maybe that's just how
Thank
gotcha
you for
games work.
completing today's commissions.
You're welcome.
But I don't have 4 legs. Not like them. Because
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Yeah, I would imagine. But is it still fun? Go get my rocks. I have all my characters collecting rocks. That's just what they do. Why rocks? Because then I can build fun things. Even though I really don't get much to work with when it comes to the rock situation. Like, I've got a lot of them now. Starband Fritos for breakfast. You've just given up, have you? The reactions meta pigeonhole just limits playstyles. Okay, so do me a favor, Surfs. Explain to me what you mean when you say meta. When it comes to team meta, I don't think I'm quite picking up what you're saying. I thought I did. I thought it meant how the individual reactions work together, but it clearly means something that you're not that I'm not understanding.
Welcome to the
Add Astra applesauce. I don't have any of those things. Okay, good. We're good. Goodbye. Now we're gonna do a reputation thing because we need to do some reputation work, which I went the wrong way for. No, I didn't. Most effective teams and abilities. Oh, that's so fun. It's an acronym. Well, then use capital letters, people. Come on. It would kill you to put periods in between. Most effective teams and abilities. That's so weird. Okay, so then why would Surf's Up say that it's hard that it's not, what did you say before? It's no good or meta's not what to concentrate on or something? Because that sounds like you want the most effective team and ability, no? Because you're so caught up in the numbers? Oh. Here, my mission, by the way, in case you're wondering why I want reputation, I need this thing. Nope, not that thing. This thing. The Animo Treasure Compass. That's my mission. I want the treasure compass so I can find all the stinking treasure chests. Only playing certain characters to achieve meta reaction. Used to be vaporized, now it's Dendro. Whereas if you find Superconduct fun. Okay, that's, you know, it's funny because there are characters people that are like, here's how to do the best numbers and you can't have fun because you got to do this all together. And the other people are like, do you like it when it goes kablooey? Because make it go kablooey more then. It's more fun that way. And yeah, I think you're probably right. You're probably right. Let's go kill a big guy. I want to do that, even though I'm probably not ready for it. It's okay. How's my health? It's terrible. Okay, let's go get some more. Just gather some from a statue. Give me health. Boom, baby. Cool. And then over here. You have 10 minutes. Have you ever done this before? If you do these, you only have 10 minutes to find the clues. There we go. So you do that. You go looking for the clues. There's the clue. See? It's easy. And then all of a sudden it isn't. I love my crystallized and superconduct team. Just because they're fun, right? Yeah, that's okay. Then I think I appreciate how you play, because for me, fun, it really matters. Actually, you know what I like better is the story. I'm all about the story. Oh, is it up here? Oh, it's this special plant. What does that say? Seems like our ruin hunter has been here because of the plant said so. Okay. I need as much time as I can get with this. With the ruin hunter. Because it's going to be a problem. I got to kill some stuff. Okay.
Judgment! Power cord! You can't run!
Lights out.
Go, Baron Buddy! No one escapes my sights! Judgment!
We found enough clues! Yay! Let's go find the other guy. Where is he? That way. Oh, goody. There he is! Hey, buddy. How you doing?
You can't run! Pyrotechnic! Shred till I'm dead! Judgment!
Whoops, a doodle.
You can't run! Shiver! Hey, not the guitar! Feel the beat! Get it! Let it rain!
Why do I keep getting smacked by that guy? I'm like being dumb. All right. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd you go? Come here. You have missiles? He's got missiles. I don't like that.
So you know your stuff, huh?
He's dead. Oh crap. I'm in trouble. No, Amber, no!
Tired.
No, Amber, no! You like the challenge of playing other accounts? It's a Christian thing. I worked on kids accounts. Okay, that's fun. All right, I'm working on it. Need to just type that. Yeah, I'm working on it, buddy. I know that instinctually, but it is not working for me. Okay, I need to raise some people from the dead. Here, be raised from the dead. Cool. And then that's good. And then we're going to use. This thing looks helpful. Use on her. Confirm. Wow, that sucks. Okay, what else can we do? I didn't cook anything. I'm a moron. Oops. She's gonna be so full. Here, eat 20 apples, Amber. Eat 20 apples, quick. Okay, we're just gonna get a little crazy now. Okay, Have a good one. Bye-bye, Lady Gun. Appreciate it. Have it last. Dude, it'll be fine. I'm okay. Good. Whoops.
Power cord.
Where is he? He's doing no damage. He's immune to electrical?
Time to rock.
Oh, come on.
Must
Not cool.
training.
It can take one hit, that shield. I kind of hate that. I'm all out of characters. I can't do anything. I'm so in trouble.
Feel the beat.
I give up. 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 I was not ready.
Attitude.
I was not ready. Okay, I was not ready. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I know what I did wrong, and it was trying to believe I knew how to play the game, which was a mistake. I'm going to try again, but better this time. All right. I can't go back, can I? He's not still there. Is he still there? He's not, right? He is still there. Holy mackerel. All right.
Pyrotechnics. Not so
Come
hard.
on.
Yeah.
That's dumb. I'm dumb. You ever taken it on the chin every 5 seconds?
You can't run. Yeah. Judgment. Pyrotechnics. No one escapes my sights.
I still forgot to cook.
Not you, guys.
You know what? I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready. I'm not doing it right. It's fine. It's fine. We'll go somewhere else. We'll do something else. It's fine. It's fine. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change my team. And I'm gonna have to do some cooking. That's what we're gonna do. Thank you for lurking. We're gonna I didn't cook. That's what I did wrong. It was the let's go cook. We're gonna get this. We're gonna do it. It'll be fine. I would always go find what people say was bad and make it do as good as. There you go. That's a DragonDaddyBear runs games. Why not? Okay. You. Give me food. What's good? Skewer. Purchase. 5. Purchase. Fisherman's toast. Purchase. That's shield stuff. I don't need shield stuff right now. That's get people back alive stuff. All right. Give me food or give me death. Smoked fowl? Love it. Disneyland food? Is that good stuff? I don't know. Smoked fowl sounds delicious. I'm gonna buy everything she has. I'm gonna be the most popular guy in town because I bought everything that in the entire store. Do you have any more butter? No. So-and-so came around and ate it all. Okay. Okay, what can we cook? We probably need meat. I can only imagine that meat's the way to go. If I was going to assume one thing that would give us the most amount of bang for our buck, it would be a pizza. So let's go make pizza. Did anything a smoked turkey leg? Did it really? I did not know that. Thank you for the lurk. Used to be okay. Let's learn. I'm learning. Smoked chicken. What was the thing I just 5-star? I saw a 5-star come through. See, look at this. Super magnificent pizza. Super magnificent pizza. That's the best kind of pizza. But that doesn't give me health. Mushroom restores 26 to 30% of max HP. Regenerates 450 every 5 seconds for the next 30 seconds. That's not so bad. Let's cook some of that. I have to cook 15 of them. Good to know. But flatbread's extra mature Leicester cheddar. Dude, you always have the best food. And for a guy struggling to have no food in his fridge, it's like, but I want to have good food too. All right, so that's cool. What's the next thing? Oh, right, an entire turkey dinner. This lady, we gotta shove turkey dinners into people. There, now that I've done that, I can automatically cook some stuff, which is good. A delicious tummy ache. You poor thing. Flaming red bolognese. I mean, that sounds good. So should I should take some of this super magnificent physical damage crit rate. You know, I should cook this. All right. Can't believe I did it. I've never not got perfect, he said, knocking on wood immediately. Mint jelly. Restores 8 to 10% of max HP and additional 1200 to the selected character. That's pretty good. Out of my nose. Not sure that's how you make jelly, but four, 5. Boom, we're good. Oh, there we go. Matsutake meat rolls. Everything about this is all sounding very delicious. Hold on, what do they add? They add 24%. Okay, cool. I told you that the steak was going to be a big deal. Auto cook 12 of them, please. And Jade Parcels increases all members of party attack and more crit. Okay, let's do that. Cool. I had to cook 20 of them perfectly. Great. I think I'm quick on the mouse. I'm killing it. That was really good. Okay, I need some of these resurrection things for sure. Let's resurrection steak. No, let's resurrection stir fry. Restores 50 to 158 HP. Well, they're the same thing. So I don't actually need them. I can just do the steak and it's not that big a deal. Or just an egg. All right, we'll do that. Will you put a picture of taco? Oh, thank you. Lovely. Fresh blueberries and water. Mmm. Okay, let's go beat that guy up, shall we? I think we're good to go now. But we're gonna oh, I'm standing in the fire. It's literally hurting me because I was standing with my foot in the stove. All right, let's change our team. What would be a better team to fight this guy? I wonder if she would help.
Don't disappoint me.
Razor hasn't been any help at all. I need a shield, is what I need. Would you do health or would you do a shield? Hard to say. Because I know that Kitty Cat here, she has a shield, but I haven't leveled her up even a teeny tiny itty bitty little bit. And I left her behind, left poor Noelle back in the dust a long time ago. Yeah, I think this is what we're gonna go with. Because we can do Rosaria, and then we can hit with Amber. Actually, Razor, you're not gonna be Razor anymore. You are going to be.
Oh yeah, rock on!
Yep. Except I'm gonna switch out her weapon. Yep. Because I think this weapon actually does a lot more damage. If I take his weapon. Oh, I should. Oh, what if I leveled that one up? See, because this weapon here, Rebellious Guardian, takes damage, generates a shield, which absorbs damage up to 20% max HP. This shield lasts for 10 seconds. And while it's on, it increases your damage, which that's all. That sounds really good. The only issue is that I haven't leveled it up even a tiny bit. Yeah, isn't that funny? Standing in the standing there burning my toes off. All right, is he still over here? He's not over there. I'd have to go. I have to do another. Okay. What if we do another crack at this and see if I can do any better? Hi, I failed miserably. Will you please give me another chance? It was terrible. There was blood. There was feces. There was everything. It was terrible. I died. All right, let's go. We're gonna get this guy. We're gonna get this guy. It's gonna be absolute devastation. I'm gonna juice myself up on as much food as I can possibly fit in my body. You think the clues are gonna be in the same spot? They are not. That stinks. Where is it? Oh, it's back there? What did I miss? Oh, there it is. Cool. Backwards? Forwards. All right, we're good. And it's another stupid flower. Okay, good. Ruin Hunter tracks. It floats, Paimon. I promise you, it's not a track from something that flies. There it is. Up on that little post. Okay. To here. Now we're going to make sure that we eat all kinds of fun things that are meant to juice our gooses here. Physical damage up. Nope. Attack and crit rate. That's what we want. For 300 seconds. 5 minutes. Okay. And we're going to use probably a shield of some kind. Let's go find him first. Shouldn't be that hard to find. Please don't be way up there. Oh, is he up on the cliff? Oh, I didn't see that. We'll have to come back to that one. No, don't be up there. You're hard to get. He is. Oh, that sucks. I waste so much time trying to jump up these stupid cliffs. Yeah, right? Come on. Up you go. One more try. 1, 2, 3, go. Where is he? There he is. And inventory. And eat that thing. And we're going to eat that thing. Cool. And then let's go.
Your life is mine.
I can't believe I can only take one hit. That's so crazy. Oops! That's a cliff. Doggone it. Where are they? This is hard to hit because he is...
Maybe this is just fate's
Come
dark
on!
design.
That is so unfair. I think I had the right characters. I think... Right? I'm... Run for anything. It's awful. All right, so he's up there, which sucks. I remember doing this before. It takes so long to get to where he is. Like, I'm killing an actual full minute of battle time. Wait, am I not even in the right spot? Oh, come on. Hello. Where is he? Well, now I'm just confused. He's that way? I was in the right spot. No, I wasn't. It doesn't make sense. I'm not going to kill him in 3 minutes. This is not going to be effective. Hi there.
Feel the beat.
punched right through the shield.
It's nothing. Hey! Pyrotechnics!
Love a duck. Oh, Amber, no! No, screw it. I quit. I quit. I quit. I quit. This is so dumb. This is so dumb.
You can't run.
Okay. Accepted. Hello. Go kill that thing.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Give up. Is this the end of
I'm helping. Thank you. I don't know. Are we cheering for that? I don't know. Bring in the freaking the cavalry.
Huh?
So terrible. All right. That was my feelings. I mean, it's nice to have friends. You know what I mean? Friends are nice. We've had friends before. Gimme. All right. Let's take on a lesser bounty this time. It's dangerous out there. Take this, right? Take one DragonDaddyBear, and then you're off to the races. All right, there we're gonna go. Confirm. We're gonna go get healed up. Is he still here, or did he leave? Okay. Let's go find this guy. Why has he got to be over there again? This is the worst place to have an adventure. I hate it. It's like so annoying. Wait, what? You mean, your Zarya? Where is it? What? I'm distracted because there's a treasure chest over there that I want. Yay, a flower. Boom. All right, next one. Is he up here? Let me guess. Climb the stupid hill. Leave me alone. I'm busy. Did they die? Are they dying? Did they kill themselves? Why am I getting their Mora? Wait, what? And where are you? Up. Stupid hill, right? I don't want to jump down until I find the guy. He's that way. But where? He's up. Again. But I like Rosaria's skin. Look at Timber. I forgot to charge up, so I'm gonna have to do it the long way. Are you ready to kick some tail there, DragonDaddyBear? With the power of 2 Ambers? Oh, I can't even be Amber. Of course I can't. Why would I be able to be Amber? Alright, here we go. I really like this skin, though. Oh, hey, how you doing there, buddy? Who can I be? Oh, there we go.
You can't run!
Don't
Delve
waste
into
my
destiny!
Fate is upon you, written in the stars.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Submit!
Yeah! Shiver!
That was easier. Must be because he stayed on the ground. Is there a way I can say thank you? Like I can duck or something? In Minecraft, I would go clink, 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 and he'd be like, "Oh, for sure." And then you duck too. Wait, what skin though? Hold on a second. I'm gonna go discover what you're talking about here for a second. You're here for the muscle. I appreciate it, buddy. Can you dance? I don't think there's any emotes, right? There's no like actual way you can do a little move. I don't think. Okay, so let's do some requests. Actually, you know what? Since he's here and we have the muscle, we can go back and we're gonna go back and do this guy. That's what we're gonna do. You ready? Who's that? Who's Yoy? I don't know. Sure, why not? Let's just do everybody. Come on in, everybody. I need all the help I can get. I don't even care. But I hope you know what you're getting yourself into, because it's not pretty. They have a lot of chat stickers. Yeah, exactly. All right, we're all charged up. Okay, who are the characters I'm actually allowed to play? One player, player one, player one. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna switch to my girl Amber here. Cool. And then we're gonna go kick some butt. But chat take, yeah, it does. You're right. I like dancing. Uh-huh. I have to go kill that guy. Neat.
That's cheating.
Stop hitting me. I hate it.
Judgment.
Go, Baron Bunny.
Amber Squad, unite.
Go, Baron Bunny.
Oh, your Baron Bunny. You can explode your Baron Bunny. All right, good for you. Keep up the good work. What's next? That way. There we go. I gotta eat some food. Amber Squad, baby! See? This is all you need. You just need more ambers.
I'll race you there.
Race me. I am the superior Amber. I am Amber OG. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at the other outfit then, because I like this outfit for specific reasons. Whoa, hello. All right, elemental sight, search for clues, find bad guy. Let's go through the trees towards bad guy. Okay, let's go shoot this guy in the face, shall we?
Punishment. No one escapes my sight. Get him. I'll race you there. No escape.
That was remarkably easier. What are you shooting there, Yoi? Hold on, stop moving around. What do you got there? It's so pretty. I want one. What? Okay, yeah. Oi. Yoi. Yoi. What is that bow? Question mark. That is solid. Oh, look, she does cool stuff. Man, I need more characters. And money. And wishes. And time. And skill. Yeah, just all the things. I need all the things. Back to Mondstadt. Foom. Foom is right. So if we're kicking butt and taking names, then we may as well keep. Got your weapon on the weapon banner? Okay. Yeah. Well, obviously, duh. But I like weapons. In shorthand. Okay. Yes. Give me the clout. Give me that clout. I got a prize. What do I get? I got a fancy that, who cares? And I got the recipe for a breakfast. I mean, I'm a fan of breakfast, don't get me wrong. I can't pick another one, right? Wait, I can? Like, we could just keep kicking this guy's butt all day long? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Does eating... Okay, this is all boring stuff. Okay, now that I've got a squad, what can we go kick? Oh, you know what we should do? Hey, if you guys... Okay, hold on. Let me ask. Want to do the final three-way boss fight? Is that a thing?
Another meaningless day.
Because we can go to... Can you guys fight with me? Is that allowed? I don't think it is. Is it allowed in a story mode? You don't think you can do that in co-op? Ah. Let's find out. Let's just for kicks and giggles. Yeah, it's not even giving me the story quest, right? Like if I do this, and I go to the Archon quests and you enable the defeat quest co-op mode. Okay, fine. That sucks. Well then, what can we go?
Ah! I feel like running.
I feel pretty
oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and bright.
Hold on.
Jean will be upset if she catches us lazing around like this.
Illusion shattered.
So what would you do? What would you, if you had
Hey, there's
all the
something
ambers in the
strange
world,
over there. Come.
what would you do? Why am I glowing? What is that? What are you? Why do I have the eye of Sauron over my head? I wish I knew what that meant. Shogun buff. Oh, is it really? All right, I've never done the buff thing. Let's do these. They're always fun. Come to me. Where is me? Where is you? Third player. Second player. Player 2. Teleport. Teleport. Okay. You're on top of me. Where's
Bet
Yui?
You can't keep up with me.
I can totally keep up with you. I can pass you, even though I don't know where I'm going. You need these things sometimes. Hey, he moved. Stop moving.
Get him. No one escapes my sight.
Ah, lag. I'm like, why did he fall over? Oh, cause lag. That's fine. All right, there we go. We did it.
I'll race you there.
Where were you headed before we were so rudely interrupted? Oh, I know where you're going. You're going up to the scary wolf guy, aren't you? I haven't beat him yet. I tried.
I'll race you there.
Oh, what are you? I guess I'll discover those later. I've never seen those rocks before. Oh. All right. Do we have the other guy here? Where's player 3? Yoi. Come. Fight. Wolf. Scary. Boy. Yoi gonna come fight the boy. I like. Okay. So who do I have? I've got my 2, right? And you've got 2? So you've got DragonDaddyBear and you got these 2? 81, 81, I got 55 and 57. I'm such a baby. I'm such a baby. All right.
I'll race you there. Bet you can't keep up with me.
In order to make myself a bit more competitive, I'm going to eat some food. Ready? 1 second, I need to eat a buff. Thank you. And then thank you. Let's go! Adarius, Dominator of Wolves. Ready to test your skills? I'm ready to test DragonDaddyBear's skills. Immune to cryo. Oh, awesome! Thank you for the help.
No escape.
Nailed it. So good at video games. He's dodging me. I will shoot him in the bum hole. I really wish I would have changed my character from cryo. I ran into him instead of away from him. Apparently you're the larger threat. It's not even registering me as a player. Second phase boss mode? Yeah, second phase boss mode.
No one escapes my sights!
I'm doing 1,000 damage! I'm helping! And I helped! Yeah, that was interesting. What'd I get? Ooh! I got fancy things. Oh, I needed one of those. Crit 7.8! Crit damage 7.8, everybody, look. These are my weaker characters. How dare you rub it in? How dare you? Crit 6.2! Some dream solvent. Okay. I mean, I've always wanted to solve my dreams. Wow, I got a lot of junk from that guy. Cool. Gladiator's nostalgia. I feel pretty cool, man. I love artifacts. I'm such a sucker for artifacts. You have no idea. Come, let's improve Rosaria. Okay, let's do it. What are we doing? Where did he go? Where did my friend go? But he went far away. There he is. Hello. Whoa! Then you were a girl. I could be a girl. Oh, you're gonna go to fight a cryo person. Hold on, I gotta change my team. You're about to fight a cryo flower. I know what you're doing. I've done this before, a few times. What? None of the no. Okay. Nope. 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 I'm not fighting with cryo lady. Nope. Nope. I refuse to go in and do it wrong again. We're gonna get the right player this time. We can't just go dump it in there with anybody. Yeah. Well, but I'm fine. But we're gonna do it. At least I'm gonna try to do it properly.
I feel like...
We'll see. We'll see. Well, let's go watch him one shot. I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going. Quiet. Uh-huh.
Amp it up! Feel the beat! Let me scribe. No escape!
What? What did you just do? What was that? Dude, he just like explodified him. Ooh, crit. All right. Expected with my boo towel. A Hoarfrost core. Yo. Actually, I need, well, how many of those do I need? Let me just check. So if I'm gonna upgrade my Rosaria. Whoop. I can't get her high enough. I don't know what she needs to level up, but how do I get these?
Jean will be upset if she catches us lazing around like this.
Oh, we gotta, okay, I can beat them on my own. Go back to the main screen. What? See? This one? Under her name, the button next to the stars will show you the materials you need. Oh, yes, of course. Boop. Okay, so in order to ascend her to the next level, I will need more of those. A ton of those. Good golly. I guess we should kill some Regisvines, eh? Okay. I have to wait a whole minute? That sucks. In the meantime, why don't we go kill... What drops these?
I feel like running.
Regisvines. Go kill a Faturi skirmisher. Kicks and giggles. Come with me, and I'll show you a world of true imagination. I don't even need you. I can take this guy on. I may need to heal, though. I did not heal.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Leave me alone! Ah, man.
Pyrotechnics. Bet you can't keep up with me.
I thought I dodged that, but I did not dodge that. If only I had 4 players.
Bet you can't keep up with me. Let it rain.
Was that? Was that?
Let
Why
the
can't I remember her
show
name?
begin.
Barbara. How is that Barbara? How is that Barbara?
That's more like it.
Barbara has the clam set on. Okay, like now you're just saying random words. Her Flibbenhorber has been dibble-dobbed.
Only the wind was
Oh,
a
okay.
little stronger.
Barbara. Barbara. That's funny. Whoop, wrong way.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Wait. Treasure chest? Treasure chest? Sorry. I'm distracted because I saw a treasure chest. Where are you? Where did it go? Oh well. I was always wondering, why would I want to pick up a billion pine cones, right? And then I got the transmogrifier. And it turned out that the reason you want to do that is because you can trade your pine cones in for some pretty fun stuff. Ocean-hued clam, I assume, is an artifact set, right? Hey, Gabriel. Hi there, guys. I'm just gonna hang out here until my buddy comes. You don't mind, do you? Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Shred till I'm dead. Feel the beat.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Use this first. You can't run. Well, can I? Harden up. Looks like I went too far. I must collect myself.
I win. I got the final shot. That was me. I was the boss. I'm the boss. You're the
Death.
I win. All right. Let's go back to make Mondstadt hash browns. Ocean-hued clam is a fun set to use on lower world levels. Yep. I'm sure it is. I don't have any clams, though. Ain't got no clams. Okay, let's go back to the Regisvine. Shall we? A single charge shot from Barbara will cause 100... What? Man, I'm going to have to get my artifacts on. Because I really don't exactly know what I'm doing yet.
Pyrotechnics. Hey, go Baron Bunny. No escape. try to rush your enemy. Hey, not the guitar!
Oh, Barbara,
Inhibitor!
Haha.
That's
Owie.
cheating!
It's cheating. Jerk. You just change over to somebody just to finish the job? I think that's it. I think that's all there is, and I've got. No, it's not. Ooh, I got 2 of them. I need 1 more. Crit 12. Oh no, that was not the right thing. Never mind. Oh, this got crit rate though. That's cool. Cryo on cryo bad. Right? I know. Okay. Now I think we gotta wait 1 more time. But I gotta like go charge my little. I'm gonna switch characters. I don't think. And don't hear this wrong. But I'm not sure she might be the best character. Nope. I don't want to do that. Like, I'm pretty sure if I had Razor, things would go a little bit differently. Because she's not the best. But then she stacks a little bit. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Wait, you were using a cryo and it still won?
Jean will be upset if she catches us lazing around like this.
All right. Xinyan is one of the worst characters in the game? I guess so. Thank you very much. Every time I get a character, I'm informed of that.
When you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
I don't know if Zhengling is any good, but she's only level 1, so we're gonna do this. All right, let's go back to here, and we'll keep kicking this guy's butt for now. She's amazing. All right. I don't know why my instincts are so terrible.
I'll race you there.
But they are. I do? That sucks. All right, fine. I'll go to the city. Teleport. Teleport. What did I do wrong? Oh. Obviously that didn't work. So if I do this, and I go to Rosaria, and I go to level up, not level up, I go to here, and I go to there, do that, it's gonna say you have to wait 17 more seconds. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Ow, my bum! It's gonna make me go back to a stupid town, isn't it? Alright, fine. I don't care. It's fine. Ganyu's coming back next patch, so if you like the bow charge shot. But she's not Amber. Do you understand what I mean? You see the issue there? Everybody tells me I'm gonna start cheating on Amber, and I'm like, you know what? No. Stop telling me I'm gonna go cheat on Amber. Amber's Amber. Exactly. Struggling? I'm not struggling. And ah!
Let it rain.
Look, I'm helping. I do 2,000. He does 12,000. So it's kind of the same. I'm not struggling, Nico. I'm teaching Dragon how to play slowly to build up his confidence. Shh, don't tell him. Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking, Zinyan. Exactly. That's what I was thinking because she's got some, you know, skills. I'm getting garbage materials now. This is terrible. I hate Lucky Dog. Lucky Dog's the worst one. All right. Actually, you know what you can come help me do? Since you're here, I need to go kill Geodude. I hate fighting this guy. Can you come and help me? Right there. I'll go charge up, and then we're going to go kill Geodude. Vinyana C6 is a spin to win. I love how you guys say words. You're so funny, all you nerds. You say things like I have a flying clue what you're talking about. She's a spin to win. As in, like, if you spin enough around in circles, you win? Is that what you meant? I've said 7 minutes till your meeting. Well, but let's go. We gotta go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see there.
What? What does that thing do? The big stick. Anything good?
Bet you can't keep up with me.
I killed him. I get credit. What does that thing do? Does it give you a buff or something? Like, does it do something? What is it? I don't know what it does.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
I actually got almost got an achievement with one of your Xinyan bursts. What kind of achievement? I helped. No, I got him. He was all mine. See how I'm letting DragonDaddyBear feel like he's doing everything? It's an ingenious level of confidence building.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
All right, let's see what's up.
This is order.
No escape.
That was way faster than usual. You don't have enough original resin in order to do that. Oops. And if I use one of these, you guys are gonna be mad at me, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Cool. You know what? That was cool. I needed that. I think I'm done, my dude. Since you're done, I'm done. Let's figure out who we're gonna raid out to, because that was a blast. It was so fun to see somebody who knows what they're doing. That was really, really cool. Oh, yo! Pineapple! Thank you so much. Pineapple, that's really super kind of you. I promise not to spend it all on Genshin wishes. Thank you. No, that's super awesome of you. It's a big deal, especially these days. It really helps my family to know that God is working through what we're doing and is there to provide, and it's through you guys that's able to happen. The encouragement comes from you guys, so thank you very much. I'm glad you had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun too. It's fun to watch somebody absolutely lay the smackdown on something. I don't know. I watch OP anime. Like that's just kind of the thing I like. Just One Punch Man all the way. Who's on? Let's see who's on, and then we can dump some people in there. Well, Miss Positivity's on, and she rated me big yesterday. How many does she have? 64. I guess we can. Yeah, let's raid Miss Positivity. Nico, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Nico, you're the best. Yan. She's cool. I like Miss Positivity. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow's Weird Wednesday, so let me just come back. We're going to look at some weird pictures and do some weird stuff. That's what we're up to. Bye-bye.